Ah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Holy moly.
Holy, okay. I just had to go through a whole bunch of servers, chat. I have no idea why that happened at all. Like, at all. Anyway.
We are so
And it
bad.
wasn't my internet because I was speaking to Amaya the entire time.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone's back. So, you were talking
Alright.
about, we just wanted to back up a bit. I'm gonna go back a few slides just so we can, like, see. So, the population of Nyack here is, you said 7,000?
7,000, yeah.
Okay, that's tiny.
Roughly, yeah.
That's really small.
And it's actually a very diverse community.
Mhm.
Yeah. What? That's tiny?
Yes, that's very, very small. 7,000 is very
Oh.
small. Incredibly small. But, like, so it's just interesting to sort of understand, like, the idea. And so you grew up there. Is it, like, did you grow up in more, like, of the village area, like, in a normal house? Or were you in, like, for example, did your house have, like, a plot of farm around you or anything like that?
What? Bruh.
Well,
No. It's very suburban. It's very suburban.
Ah, okay, okay.
I grew up in a house.
Mhm.
We do have a backyard, but I mean, we do kind of have a small, I guess, like a small area for gardening, but it isn't, farmland. It's
Okay.
like very rocky. I live in
Well,
a rocky
that's what I
area.
guess what I meant is, like,
Yeah.
did you have, like, an allotment? Because, like, in places like that where it's more, normally people will have, like, a small area where they can garden, you know?
Oh yeah, we do have a community garden. And it's very like welcoming community. It's like because literally on Main Street they have like rainbow they have the progress flag
Oh,
colors
is it? So
on
you'd say it's not, Nyack is pretty based, you know?
yeah, no, Nyack is very fucking queer.
Okay, that's
Very
great.
queer. I love they have a pride center. There I just it's very welcoming, it's very diverse in like in terms of race and ethnicity.
Mhm.
It's downstate New York.
Hmm.
Goddamn liberals.
I haven't actually asked you. I don't. Well, it's a bit weird to ask, but, like, are you white? I'm not sure. I've never asked you this
I'm
before.
white. I'm a white Italian American.
Okay, there we go. Always good
I'm
to know for the context and everything. Italian. Oh,
yeah.
you're Italian. Okay, never mind. So you're POC.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right.
Why do you think I was do the Italian hands?
I don't know. I feel like everyone from New York does that in my head canon.
Okay. We do sometimes, but not all the times.
Anyway, okay. So people have a bit of more understanding of, like, just the community and that sort of stuff, and we can go back to that. But now you can talk about just so people, because if I'm a little bit lost with the context of understanding New Yak, then I know other people. But now
Nyack.
Nyack, there we go. Then you can go. So this is, you love urban exploring, but, like, getting lost in the woods and everything. These woods are amazing.
I love hiking. I'm gonna send you a picture. This is from like not from Nyack, but it's from New York from another
Mhm.
time I went hiking.
Mhm.
Um, I found the king of the woods. I found the king of the woods.
Okay. Wait, hold on. You sent a
The king
message?
of the woods.
Oh, wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Let me open it. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me test out this whole stream thing. So now I can blur it. I can copy this over. I can go back here. I can escape. Okay, people won't be able to see this, but
Escape.
there we go. So this is what Amaya found, chat.
Pug you.
The
It
king
was
of the
deep in the
woods.
woods. The
Are,
king of the
are these
woods.
woods safe to, like, just hike by yourself? Like, for me,
No.
no. Oh no.
No. I'm always with bear. I always have like I don't have bear mace, but I do always have like a defensive weapon with me because well, I was chased by a raccoon like a few times, but that's fine. That's another story.
Yeah.
Um let's see. there are bears. I have seen a bear, and it did brush across I have a back porch, and it, like, brushed across the, screen door when I was on the other side of it,
Oh gosh.
like a
Okay.
black bear. Oh, yeah, no, and this was, like, the ass crack morning because I'm a little special.
Mhm.
I go on a nice little special bus, and the
Mhm.
special bus always picks us up at the ass crack of dawn.
Mhm.
Um, so, like, and I told my parents, I'm like, "Hey, there's a fucking bear. I saw it with my own 2 eyes," and they're like, No. Yeah, no, we haven't had bears in years. Get the fuck out of here." Guess what the fuck happened? Few days later, same shit happens. The screen door was open. It was fucking brushing against the fucking your screen
Screen
door
door.
with my dad right there. And he was like, "Wait a minute.
Gosh.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. That's a bear." Yeah, no. So there are like there was a mountain lion, but that was like but they're long gone. They're
Mm.
long gone because of,
Mm.
increased population and all that, you know.
And so, what is this building you found here in this hike that you did?
Ooh, oh, this is gonna be okay. So this is a World War One training, like rifle training camp, and these
Oh.
tunnels are for soldiers to safely go across the camp without being shot.
Yes, they have this. I've actually there's a similar. I think it is actually still. They've got an old abandoned American military base, like on. It's like a little bit above Cape, like the CBD of Cape Town, like on Table Mountain. And I've actually gone through these tunnels, but they were like very similar sort of tunnels. But that was actually an American. I don't know what era it would have been in, but you know. But yeah,
Yeah,
so I
no,
know what
like
you mean.
I mean, I never went into the tunnels. Like um, the Among Us far right one.
Mm-hmm.
That's my picture.
Oh.
That with the penis.
Oh, okay. That's your picture. Okay.
Yeah, Among Us
Oh, does it say Among Us on
and
it?
penis.
On
Yeah,
the
it says
tree?
Among Us.
Oh my god, that's
It's
so
very
weird.
faint. But I love finding graffiti and, like, just, like, oh my god, you can find so many fun things in the woods. You will find a couch. Never
Mm.
sit on the couch, though. Don't sit on the couch. Like,
Yeah, don't sit on the couch in the woods ever.
no, 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 because there's always gonna be, like, a nest in there or, like, an
Yeah,
animal living there. Yeah,
yeah.
no, you don't wanna do that. Um, I found a fridge once. I also found a TV once.
That's
But,
insane.
like, the Sony, like, 2005 TV, like, the chunky ones that, like, you have to have, like, 4 people to pick up.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how the fuck that ended up in the middle of the woods, but did.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, no, I just love hiking, and I love hiking with my dog. Sometimes take my dog out for hikes. It tires him out, you know. I'm out there. I do tick. By the way, you gotta do tick checks. You always gotta do tick checks.
Yeah, looking for all the ticks and everything. All right,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, and also, fun fact: some dogs have webbed feet
Yes, of course. So they might get ticks in between, or like thorns or whatever in
and
their
between the
feet.
webs.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
check.
same thing with foxtails. Yeah, like
Interesting.
you know how. Yeah. Now we can discuss the Native Americans who lived in Nyack.
All right, should I go to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
please.
Okay, so
So first off, we got the Lenape is basically a band of tribes
mhm.
in from like New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, in Connecticut, a little bit in Connecticut, but not that much.
Mhm.
And you see where Nyack is, we got the Tapan tribe. So but The Nyack tribe shouldn't be confused with the Tapan tribe. They are separate.
Wait, hold
And
on,
the
hold on.
Nyack tribe.
Let me. I'm trying to
Oh,
find
sorry.
Nyack on the map. Don't worry, don't worry. We've got.
Oh, you're not gonna find Nyack. You can
Okay.
only find Tapan because Nyack, as a tribe itself, was already small,
Okay, let me. Oh, there we
very
go.
small.
There we go. Okay, I
Yeah,
found it. Right. So Nyan was a much smaller tribe. Okay, interesting.
and the reason why was because it was small. The reason why it was small because they were displaced because they were originally from Coney Island, which is if you go down
Yeah,
to
Coney Island's like here, right?
yeah,
I think you
yeah,
can see my mouse, but yeah.
yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coney
Yeah.
Island's right there. So they came up from the Hudson, settled with the Tapan tribe,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Dutch came in.
Oh,
Dun dun
classic.
dun.
Classic.
Dun dun dun. Thunder crashing in the background. Lights turning and flickering on and off. A woman screams.
All the dramaticness.
So all the dramaticness. So the Dutch bought the land from the Nyack tribe, and they literally just straight up they're like, "Nah, I don't want to deal with this. I'm out of here. See you bitches," and they dispersed. And we have little to no written history on them.
So what do you explain? So the Dutch came in, they were like, okay, we're not dealing with this tribe, that's fine, and they were like,
No,
no,
no, the
go away.
tribe themselves were like, "I ain't dealing with the Dutch."
Ah, okay, interesting. Okay, so they immediately
Um,
left.
yeah, they're like, "No, fuck this shit." Um, and we can actually going back a bit, we can actually determine that
Oh,
uh, their ancestry came from
sorry, you cut out a bit there. Are you there?
oh, no, sorry. Um, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Um, as I was saying,
The
you can
ancestry came from.
the Caribbean.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
So they
Wow.
came from the Caribbean into Coney Island and then up the Hudson.
Okay, interesting.
And again, there's like there's no little to no records for assimilation with the settlers.
Mhm.
And we can only get like existing names from the signatures who signed the deed to sell off the land to the
Hmm.
Dutch. Um, but uh we can speculate based on the area and how the Tapan and other Lenape tribes live that they possibly would fish oysters and other fish. They would have like corn, beans, squash with their in agriculture because it was near a body of water. And at some point, Nyack was a farming community, but that was like colonial, you know?
Okay. Yeah, of course. All right, so
Yeah.
so they're in Nyack, and so the corn bean squash as you've written that was drilled into your head. So you learned, did you? So you specifically learned about the Nyack tribe, like at school. I find that very interesting. Like,
Yeah,
okay, like that
because
the schools locally will
Nyack,
teach like the history of the area.
yeah, because we'll get into why we get into why we kind of talk about it if you scroll down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll
Yeah.
wait. I'll wait. I'll
Oh,
wait.
um, but yeah, no, so like, um, and we can also speculate that they were fishing because Nyack, when translated, means the fishing place.
Okay.
And again, we do not know much about uh the Nayaks, so I'm gonna read the Nyack first settlement plaque, um, and I feel like that's a nice little wrap up on their history, and then I'll discuss why we talked about the tribe in general.
Mhm.
So the inscription reads, "The Taban, not my, inscription's words, not mine. Um, the Tapan, quote unquote, Indians from time immemorial occupied these lands fronting on the river shore. Here in the summer, they lived upon the fish and oysters which the waters produce in abundance. In the Alaconian dialect spoken by them, they were called locally Nyack, which being translated means the fish place. The first settlement of white people within the limits of the present Rockland County, New York, took place in 1675 when Herman Dowson Tallman, a young Dutchman from New Jersey, located here, possibly as an Indian trader. His own and other Dutch families followed years later, and the Tallsmen erected a mill upon the stream, which is known as as Millbrook.
Hmm. Okay.
So they sold the area for with 20 less than $25 an acre.
Gosh.
So
Okay.
like I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm an art look. I'm an art major, not a
Mm.
math major.
Mm.
So you can do that. You can do that. Have fun
Yeah.
with that.
So yeah, very,
Um.
very like the Milan was very, very cheap. Well, it depends on the
Yeah.
currency and everything back then. But yeah, they the main thing is, and
The,
did they say that there was a traitor in the tribe that sold this? Like that's what it was described as.
yes.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Gosh. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so where is this
So
plaque? As you
this
said.
plaque is um this plaque is oh, sorry. This plaque is a historical marker on Bird Street. It's on Piermont Avenue. Uh in
Mm.
the mainly South Broadway, Nyack. And I put in because I thought this was funny. From like it's a website that has like historical markers that I found, and
Mhm.
like there's this section that says other nearby markers, and it's like the Reformed Church within shouting distance of this marker.
Gosh.
The the couch court about 50 feet away, measuring in direct line. And it's just like it's so specific.
Mm.
That's what makes it funny. I thought was funny.
Yeah. No, of course. So wait, then so Raphael had a question. Are there any remains left from these native tribes? Are there any like
No,
native No, not at all, gosh.
no written history. Only there was a few things. Some arrowheads, axes, and literally pottery fragments.
Hmm. But no
That's
like
all that was.
lineage at all of anybody who still lives there.
Nothing.
Wow. Completely wiped out tribe.
Yeah. And, like, after they, sold the land to the
Mm-hmm.
Dutch, they all dispersed into nearby tribes.
Mm.
So it was further and it was a tribe that was further and further, like,
Displaced like throughout.
decreased. Yeah,
And like
just
it
displaced.
yeah, like there was no sort of community anymore.
Yeah, and it's not unusual. This is very common for a lot of, like, Native Americans, and yeah.
Mm. And it's a lot of stuff that people don't learn about. Um,
Yeah.
of course. Okay. Anything else for this side that you let me know where I can go?
So you can skip the next slide and then
Oh,
go
oh, I
over.
didn't I didn't click next to go see
Yeah,
the
no, 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 that you can't read that, but
Yeah.
this is yeah.
This is the plaque.
You yeah, that's the plaque.
Okay,
And
interesting.
then yeah. And then if you go on to the next slide,
Oh god.
there's
Oh.
a reason. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, America has this cute little tradition,
Mm.
cute little racist tradition where they would name their mascots after minorities that they genocided.
Great.
You know, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's just a little cute little quirk that America does. Um, so like you know, we see this with like the Cleveland Redskins, I think, and there has been there has been a push for
Mm.
years and years to change the mascot. So like I remember in elementary school, like by the way, I'm like a zoomer. I'm a zoomer. I'm like 22 years old,
No
chat. So
worries.
like I'm this no, I'm just explaining like I when I was in elementary school, I'm giving the nice little time frame, you know.
Mhm.
I'm setting up the scene. So this is like mid 2000s, like you know, uh like early to mid 2000s. The In my elementary school, they were refurbishing the gym floor, and it had a giant Native American bust, and the skin was red.
Hmm. Gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, this is, like, New York, by the way. This is the liberal state, the blue state, you know?
Mm.
So, like, whatever someone thinks of New York, they think, "Oh, progressiveness," but it's not really, uh, even though and I find it ironic that, that the community espouses diversity and inclusivity while having this as a mascot.
Mm. Yeah.
And
It is one of
it's
those things
very
where it's like it's something, you know, like I guess most Americans would be completely fine with using that term anyway, like the term Indians to describe Native
yeah,
Americans, when it's something like so like that term in itself is
in
just
itself is
so incredibly racist and like you know because it was like you know Columbus being like, oh, I've discovered India but on the other side or something like that. I can't remember who it
and
was where that
yeah.
comes from,
Yeah,
you
no, it
know.
was Columbus. It was Chris man, Chrissy
Mm.
man, sailed the old ocean blue, 1492.
Yeah. It's a bit like how like in South Africa like they had a term for black people which like if you were to call a black person this it's not a like racist term like a slur, but it's more like they would call black people Bantus. That's why they'd have like Bantustan, and it's like it's that sort of like old level of like categorizing people where
Mm, very
it's
old fashioned.
yeah, like for example, if you were to call someone a Bantu in South Africa now, you'd be like, "You're a racist. You don't." You know, it was that the ethnic the broad definition that they had for an ethnic group, but like that ethnic group included all of the different tribes and all of the different you know every South Africa is incredibly diverse. You know, like not all black people have like the exact same culture, but they'd be like, nope, they're all Bantus. You know, it's the same here with
Oh
like they're
God.
all Indians. You know.
Ugh. It's just like this stupid grouping and labeling.
Mm, yeah, which is like inherently dehumanizing. But yeah, centers the colonizer's
Yeah.
perspective exactly. So so is this why you learn about like as you said that this is why you learn about the Nyack Indians because it's literally like the
The
mascot.
mascot. The mascot.
Gosh.
Yes.
And what sport is this for? Is any every single sport team called this?
Yes, and,
Okay.
in the school district,
Mm.
yeah.
Gosh.
So from left to right is so that's, like, old old to new.
Okay.
So, like, in the I would say after, like, 2015, 2016, they started phasing in just, like, this simple, um
Logo.
well, yeah, this simple logo to, like, you know, divert away from the problem instead of, renaming it.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
fucking dumbass. What okay, great job. Yeah, the name's still there. It's
Mm.
literally in front of the N.
Mm.
Like, um,
And then they
and, like,
made it turn it
literally
into an eagle after that, you know?
actually, it's a red-tailed hawk.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, it's a red tail hawk. Okay. Okay.
Wow. But they finally turned it into Red Tail Hawk. By the way, I graduated like 2020. So
Mm.
they turned it into a Red Tail Hawk 2022, 2023. So like literally recently.
Okay. A very, very recent change.
Yeah, and like by the way, this change was like fought over like even before the 2000s. Like people are like we shouldn't have this as a mascot.
Mm.
But like some people are like no, this is my pride. We are proud. But they literally called themselves we are proud Nyack Indians. Like, oh
Oh
no,
gosh.
you're a white man.
My
Don't
word.
say that phrasing.
Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That
it just like
yeah.
the contrast between like how like literally there's no remnants of these people existing, you know, at all. So it's
Yeah,
like it's a,
no
such an insane
remnants.
content, and I guess this is something you can find all over America.
Yeah. It's sadly all too common.
Mm.
But that's what happens when you genocide a whole, group of people.
Mm. Of course.
Very yeah. Killing their culture. Yeah, I'm propping him up as yeah, true. True. Classic fucking America.
Mm. All right, should I go
Yeah. And
next?
that
Oh wait, have you got more to
yeah.
say?
No.
Okay. All
So,
right.
um we're going to talk about the we're you got to remember the son of a bitch. You got to remember him. We will get there when we get there, chat. We'll get there when we get there. We will get there one day. But this is the historic firehouse slash Empire Hook and Ladder Company number one. Never forget number one.
Number one.
So the reason,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
number one. Don't forget it. So its second floor served to be the meeting place for the first I don't know why I put vice first for whatever for first few years because then they purchased the building next to it to and converted it to a meeting room so that the company um could have used the second floor.
Mm.
Um, and there's actually this is like right next to the elementary school that I also went to, and then like a little down the road you get a nice little like there was this like cute little corner shop that you get ice cream from, and I remember getting ice cream with my friends after school, little fun
Mm-hmm.
little thing, you know?
So wait, just to describe. So this is like a firehouse, but it's company owned. So it's like it's privatized. Like
No,
oh, okay,
no, it's just called Empire Ladder Company number one.
okay, okay, interesting. All right, okay.
And there's four historic plaques, one of which we will revisit. Again, chat, we will get there when we get there. And if you know what I look,
A lot of foreshadowing. I'm not beating. I have no
foreshadowing.
idea what you're talking about, but we'll see. I'm sure somebody knows.
Foreshadowing is a literary device,
Yes.
in which but yeah, the little that we're just a little quick little stop at the historic fireplace. Now we could go to the next slide.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, the okay, bridges.
Oh yeah, boy. We're talking about the bridge now. So
Okay, you keep talking. I'm
plans
gonna go to the bathroom quickly. I'll be back in a second though. Okay.
have fun pissing. So hi chat. Hi chat. Hi. Um so plans for a commuter bridge started around the 20s. Like a nice little oh hi. Um it just like plans like okay we need to connect these two counties and also connect Rockland County to New York City because gotta get the jobs, you gotta get the economy cooking. Um, so it finally started construction um in the 50s and was completed in like 3 years. It took 3 years to fucking complete it, which is very. Oh, hello, zebra. How are you doing? Um, but yeah, it was completed in 3 years, which not suspect at all. It was also um, so it was also given a budget for 81 million in 1950, and that's not a lot. Like 81 million sounds like a lot, but for a commuter bridge in the 50s, what? No, you don't do that. You don't give 81 million. That's too little money. Oh, hello, Zenoto, and hello, Lemon. Connection, exactly. So, um, New York State Thruway Authority, um, was, uh, I think it's federal, federally. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'm
okay,
back.
yeah. Oh, hello. I don't know if you heard. Took 3 years. Nice little quick through. Took 3 years to construct this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
This was like after after slash like a little bit during the Korean War. So there's not a lot of materials to be used for a
Mm-hmm.
bridge, and it was given a budget of 81 million in 1950s. And again, that's not a lot. It's
Yeah.
not a lot. Um, So the New York State Thruway Authority, which oversees, multiple highways in New York, and it was overseeing construction. The bridge was designed by Emil Prager, not related to, Demis Prager, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hopefully, and Donald F. White. Uh, so again, it connected Rockland to Westchester, and actually the longest state in New
Going
York,
to Army stream.
which also doesn't help with the budgeting
Wait, the longest
and
bridge?
material. Yeah, in New York.
Oh my goodness, this is the longest bridge in New York. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't help with how like underfunded it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, doesn't help. And again, the bridge was built at the second widest part in order to like be as close to New York City, but not to be on the border of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up backfiring later
Yeah.
because it was on a fault line. So apparently in 1994, Malcolm Wilson, who's like the 50th New York governor, added his name, like when he retired, they added his name to the bridge. But like I didn't know this. I mean, I was like putting together some notes. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
No one
Who the fuck?
cares.
No, nobody gives a shit. And no, fuck off for calling it the Tappan Zee. Fuck off. And obviously it's named after the Native Americans, the Tapan Native Americans. Um,
Mm.
but we're calling it Tappan Zee. Fuck off.
Mm.
So the structure was deteriorated. Okay, let's back up a bit. So bridges are supposed to have a lifetime of at least 100 years before you can you know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
before it actually starts going down, right?
Yeah. It then before it needs like, reinforcement or like refurbishment or whatever, you know?
Yeah. So the structure was deteriorating when it was like around 60,
Okay.
when the bridge was around 60 years old. So like by the end of the 1990s. And many called for the bridge to be replaced because here's a little fun thing. No shoulders, like road shoulders.
Yeah.
No,
They had
if
no
you have
road
no
shoulder. They had
shoulders,
no road shoulders on the bridge at all.
no, none,
What? Oh my
none.
goodness.
This is a commuter bridge. None.
You could just
Yeah.
drive off the side so easily.
Whee! No, but like you can crash into people more easily.
Hmm. Oh, I
You know, it
see.
seems fine. It seems fine. It's fine. So the bars, the steel bars, not the wood bars,
Mhm.
they floated above bedrock. So what they did was they pound the pillars into the surface,
Mhm.
right? They didn't pound it into the bedrock. They pound it
Oh.
into clay and silt and other soft soil.
Oh my gosh.
Um, again, a little nice little again, just to reiterate, it's on a fault line that is active. Just we're just,
So there was no planning
repeating that.
whatsoever with respect. It was just
There
like,
was planning, but it was poor.
yeah, very bad planning. Okay. Gosh.
And so steel bars, the deck of the bridge, like the deck, the joints and the nuts, like the nuts holding together the bars were so corroded and had a high rate of deterioration. And some of the steel bars like that were pounded um into the surface, into the
Mhm.
fucking clay, they were hollow, so it can offset costs, and also, like, in theory, supposed to give the bridge buoyancy.
Mm.
Um, some pillars were built with wood, and shipworms started eating away at it. Um, and not Mario, Andrew Cuomo's aide even called it the "hold your breath bridge."
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold your breath.
tap. Yeah, just hold your breath. It's fine. So, and no, fuck Mario Cuomo. So the new Tappan Zee Bridge finally was approved and
Mhm.
began construction in October 2013 at right next to the Tappan Zee Bridge. So if you go to the next line,
Mhm. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Okay. So they just they just blew up the wait, they
yeah,
okay, so they built the
they
old
just
and the
put
new one first, and then they blew up
yeah,
the other one. Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't there live. I'm mad. I wasn't there live. Like I was in high school when they blew it up. I wasn't there. I'm mad.
Mm. My
I was
gosh.
in school. I was in fucking school
There's
learning.
literally construction like equipment on the bridge too. Like that's
Oh yeah.
insane. They were just like, no.
Well, sometimes yeah. And like during construction, like in the beginning days, you could like still drive across the old Tappan Zee and see the construction on the side.
Mm. Okay.
And that was fun.
But now it's like
Yeah.
completely uh uh gone. And it's just a new bridge.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
Yep.
so cool.
So, the name is not called fucking the new bridge. The new bridge isn't called Tappan Zee Bridge,
Mhm.
but everyone calls it Tappan Zee Bridge because,
You replaced Tappan Zee
bro,
Bridge.
I don't know if you see in my notes.
Yeah, I see your
I'm kind of
notes.
mad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad.
Okay, so
I'm a little bit mad.
what's the name of the new bridge technically?
Mario M. Cuomo Bridge.
Mario M. Cuomo.
Yeah, bridge.
And I see in your notes you've written. Oh, you can say it if you want to.
Fuck the name Mario M. Cuomo. If I see any of you sons of bitches use that name, I'll fucking find you.
Yeah, that's what Amaya wrote. Like, Do not use that name. It's
I
a
am
Tappan
mad.
Zee.
I'm forever pissed. Like, nobody fucking likes the name. Nobody likes it.
Mm.
Nobody likes it. Mario Cuomo. Yeah, that is his middle name. Mario. But Andrew Cuomo, you know, the fun, the guy that resigned.
Mhm.
He signed a bill to fucking change it after his dad, and like a lot of people are anticipating like, oh, we both Tappan Zee and Nyack were expecting like something for us to like at least name the
Mm.
bridge, because it's always like he signed a bill, bro. Why did you sign a bill to name a bridge after your dad? Why?
Yeah.
Do something else. Just
Exactly.
call it Tappan Zee.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
nobody likes it.
Mm.
Literally so like I looked this up. At least 14.7% of local residents were found to approve of the name, while 79.8% believe that the residents themselves should be in charge of naming the bridge, and 77 disapprove of the name.
Gosh. Okay.
77%. Literally no one fucking uses it. Again, like uh, even like local news still calls it Tappan Zee Bridge.
Mm. Okay. So there's no. They're
Um,
like, nope. Tappan Zee.
yeah, no.
Mm.
No, it's fucking Tappan Zee. Like even it's still being um bought to change back into the name Tappan Zee.
Mhm.
Um like there's still like an ongoing petition that has like 200 plus signatures.
Mm. To get it changed back.
Like
Interesting.
200,000, sorry,
Mm.
signatures.
200,000. Okay. Well, then that's quite a lot. That's more than the.
Yeah,
Yeah. than the
more than the population of Nyack. So it's like the towns surrounding Nyack were
as
also
well.
pissed. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
There's still a lot of problems with the
Then
new
you.
bridge.
Oh no. Okay.
Um,
Badly planned as well.
um, so the bolts were coming off.
Oh my gosh. But it's still today. They're still using this bridge, right? Maybe not.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes,
bolts often come off.
yes. The materials were built for the bridge were poor again.
Mm-hmm.
Not even look, literally it costs like billions of dollars, and yet
It still sucks.
it still sucks. Um, but the Federal Highway Administration said it was fine, and there was like a whole case with
Mm-hmm.
the bolts because there was like a whistleblower saying, yeah, no, these materials were like terrible, like they're not high quality. But and I don't know what's going on because I don't know if still an ongoing case.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm really hoping it is a still ongoing case because like this is quintessential American infrastructure.
Yeah. Like it's
Like,
like it's insane that like they still like I mean obviously the private company would have built it, so yeah, they cost cutting
yeah,
and having a whistleblower, wow.
yeah, and it's just classic, just
Mm.
classic America.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on that. But there's one good thing. Next slide,
Let's have a
please
look.
and thank you.
No worries. Oh wow, it lights up.
Yeah, it lights up for different holidays
Is
and
this a
events
pride?
and stuff. Yes, this is the Pride one.
That's so cool.
It's so cool, but also light pollution.
Oh yeah, of course.
It literally is bad. Wow, color.
But then it's terrible for the
This is
natural wildlife around it, you know?
yes, it is. LED lights, bro. This is what all the budget came and went into, the fucking lights.
My gosh. Okay.
Oh,
So,
there's also, like, I forgot there's a walking and biking path. But also
oh.
I wouldn't wanna walk on the Tappan Zee Bridge. I'm gonna be real with you, no. Yeah, and then, like, oh my there's, like, different, I added a link.
Oh, okay.
If you can look through it if you want, but, like, it's, like, the different,
Hold on, let me
like,
go there.
colors,
Give me a
like,
second.
there's, yeah.
Okay,
But,
hold on,
like,
hold
this
on.
is not all of the, all of the different light combos that they have, like, they have so many other stuff,
Mm.
and, like, this is, like, throughout the year, like
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, so you can click on it. Okay, which ones do you want me to have a look at? So this is the annual
um,
lighting calendar. That's so
yeah,
American.
and it's so American, but, like, I mean,
What was the lighting
let's
of
see,
Black
what
History Month?
yeah, no, wait, let's see. There is East
Oh, they even do Eid.
wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
they do so many, like, they do so many, like, holiday like, again, this is not all of it, like,
Mhm.
sometimes, like, they'll do, like, special ones, like, for, famous people who, like famous historical people sometimes,
Do they do 9/11? Oh my god,
yeah,
they've
of course they fucking do 9/11, it's New York! It's New York, LB.
It's just blue. It's like,
It's just blue.
yep, there we go. There's your
Well,
9/11
it's supposed to be
lights.
it's supposed yeah, 9/11 lights, but no, that's supposed to be referencing the 2 lights that they have for the 9/11 memorial.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just clicking on a few here. Let's do Earth Day. Oh, they turn
Oh,
it.
they turn it off. They turn it off for Earth Day.
Okay.
But only, like,
Juneteenth.
for no, literally, they turn it on back on when the clock strikes midnight, though, so it's not really, you know
Interesting.
okay, it's like, "Okay, dude."
Okay, so we had to look through a few of those. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I like this new blur thing that I have. It's so cool. Uh,
It's wicked.
and then I need to go here. I need to go slideshow. There we go. All right.
Really? That fun fact, there's a Pokemon title that's based on New York, and the bridge is referencing oh, really? I did not know that. Oni Spumoni. Holy moly.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's cool to
Wait,
know.
is that the X and Y one? Oh, Pokemon Black. Oh, okay. Okay, now I know.
Okay.
Black and white. Okay.
What
Sorry it's leaving in.
is
I just need to
life
quickly get
like
some water because my
on Beach
water's gone,
Island?
but
I don't know,
I'll be
ask
back
your
in a second.
mom.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, okay, let me talk about, like, some, one so sometimes the lights move. Like, for X and Y is France. Okay, look, it also has, like, a big old, like, it has a big old energy thing. Um, wait, let me get my charger because my laptop's about to die. Okay. It's a region based on the US and it has NY City in it. Oh shit, really? I did not know that. But the Tappan Zee Bridge, the LED lights sometimes move. Like so for example, for very I would say patriotic holidays like July 4th, Memorial Day, they would have this like
I'm back, by the way. It's just
oh, hello. They would have this like I'm talking about the most American thing. Like if so
no, don't worry. Keep going.
the the chopsticks basically are colored blue, and then the on the body of the bridge it's like red and white, right? And it just moves for uh like American holidays, like very patriotic holidays.
Hmm.
which I
Okay.
thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Should I go to the next slide?
Oh, yes.
Okay. More. What? Okay. What is this?
Well, there's a few things happening here. We got the Palisades Mall and my beef with it. So, proposed in 1965, it was a
Mhm.
plan to bring in more commercial traffic into the area. And in the beginning of October of 1993, it started construction, and the budget was 2500 to like, well, 250 to like 280 million, which is like
Okay.
okay for a mall.
Okay. I
Um,
see.
and this is I don't remember exactly the number, but this is like one of the largest malls in America.
It's one of the largest,
Yeah,
but like no, this is just not like Nyack. Like 700,
yeah,
7,000 people live there.
yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And there's a problem with that, and we will get to it. We will get there when we get there.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So, yeah. So, for construction, a lot of people didn't want the mall. Like,
Mhm.
nobody wanted the mall because the thing is that, like, over by Nanuet, which is in the same county as Rockland, they had the Nanuet Mall, and that actually fucked up local and small businesses.
Hmm.
And it also added more pollution into the area. Mall of
Hmm.
America is the biggest in America. Woodfield Mall in Chicago is the second, I believe. Yeah, it's like it's not like top 3, but it's up there, you know? It's
Hmm.
like up there, like top 10. Um, so a lot of people didn't want it, not only because it will fuck with the local businesses, but it was on fucking swamp land. Why do people build on swampland or wetlands? That why? Stop.
So they
Stop it.
built this mall on a swamp. Okay. Wow.
Yes. And it took, bro, they had to like no if when you're constructing why? 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 Just it never pans out well. Like the structure is always fucked.
Hmm.
You don't understand. It's land. You're right. You're right. Land is land. But also, not only that, there was a fucking cemetery. There was a no. So the Mount Warren Cemetery was a cemetery specifically for Black and Brown Americans, whom were mainly veterans of like so many like wars that America participated in,
Bro,
like the Civil War,
chatters
the
are
Spanish American
chirping,
War, World
and
War One,
fucking
World War
Just
Archbishop
Two.
pause
Desmond
for a second.
Tutu.
Sorry.
Who
Hold
the
on.
fuck do you think you
Joshua,
are?
thank you
I
for the
was.
two
I'm
tier one
sorry. I got
gifties.
really pissed.
No worries. Keep going
I got
about them
really
all. So
pissed.
talk. So there was a cemetery. Okay. The Mount Moore
There's a
Cemetery.
Yep, and it was a cemetery for Black and Brown Americans who were mainly veterans of
Hmm.
many wars, like the Civil War, the Spanish American War, both World Wars, and the Korean War. Right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Wake me up!
It has
Me up!
holy
Man,
moly,
wake
that's
up!
a
Yeah.
lot of gifties.
Where's your tier that you're the 5 tier one gifties? Holy moly! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So so okay. So that was and so please don't tell me they built the mall on the cemetery.
They were about to, but fuck
Bro,
them. That
chatters are
shit
chirping,
was
and fucking
historically
Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Who the
protected.
fuck do you think you
Hold on,
are?
you're gonna have to wait a bit. Everybody started gifting more.
Wake me
Elysium,
up!
thank you for
Holy
the
moly.
thank you
Wake
for the
up!
2 tier one gifties. Joshua
Baby!
something, thank you for the 3 tier one gifties. Holy moly. Okay. So they almost built this mall on the cemetery.
Yeah. And the things with like America, they always, well, obviously, they always treated fucking anyone who isn't fucking white like shit.
Mm.
Obviously, but specifically with there's been a huge history of um like a long spanning history of burying the like where to find a place to bury a dead because even cemeteries were segregated in
Mm.
America. fucking course, you know. So like, holy moly.
Where's your tier with another 501 gifties? Oh my goodness, where's all this coming from? Thank you, chat. Okay. Let the pineapple speak. They're like, no.
Shaking my head. No, they're just racist. They don't want to hear this anymore. Shaking my head. Shaking my fucking head.
Anyway, okay, you love learning about places. Okay, all right. So they almost built this mall on the cemetery, and yeah, because the cemetery was segregated, classic America, you know.
And they always, and America always sets aside land for burial for Black and brown Americans in shitty burial places. You never want to bury people in swamp areas. That is not good, because it basically rises. Well,
the soil will rise up, and it's this natural process. So what's going to happen is these grave, like the body's not going to stay there. You know, like the caskets.
Yeah, the
and
body's
everything.
not going to stay there.
Yeah,
and there has
been essentially shallow graves. You know.
Yeah, and there has been incidences across. I don't know. I think in Louisiana where people would steal parts
and bones and things like that
of a person from these cemeteries.
Wow.
Like as like a nice little trinket. Like no, that's not like nice little trinket. That's someone's fucking skull.
It's also
asshole.
like dead, seriously, unbelievably illegal.
It's illegal. It's just
and it's illegal
morality.
to sell like those parts. I think the only thing exception I think is like people can donate bodies to science. But
for body
you can
farms.
do yeah.
It's just nutty. So and these are veterans. These are people who fought. Like one of the people who is resident to the cemetery is Logan Lafayette, who was part of the 26th United States Colored Infantry Regiment and fought in the American Civil War. So like these are like heroes. These are heroes. And they get this fucking burial that is now next to a mall.
And we're not talking about like this is where you put respect on the names of the people who fought like against in the Civil War. You know, they're fighting against slavery. It's not the same as like someone going off to Afghanistan and like this is like very different. And also they were colored. I mean I used the word color. I shouldn't in the American context, but they were people of color. You know.
Well, this cemetery was called Mount Moore Colored Cemetery, and that was.
But the racist, that's why.
Of course, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh.
Yeah. So never spill on swampland. Never bury on swampland. Just fuck off, or just don't touch it. Don't look at it. So yeah. So a lot of people didn't want at least it's protected somewhat, but so a lot of people didn't want the Palisades to be built. They worked around the Mount Moore Cemetery, but when they were setting up the land for the infrastructure to start being built, they found an elephant.
What? They found like
found a grave for an elephant.
Oh my gosh.
A circus elephant. Specifically, her name is Old Ma. That's the elephant right there. That's Old Ma. That's Old Ma. Holy moly. Yeah, no, don't like her. She's actually a Republican though.
She was a Republican elephant?
Yeah, no, like, okay, so, like, back in the day, they would basically take her, the Republicans in the area would take her and then parade her around, like, in Nyack Parade or, like, the local other parades to, like, as political advertisement.
Oh god, that's, I mean, like, poor little elephant. Like, that sucks, you know?
Well, at least she lived a long life. She lived to, like, 93, not 83, 93.
Gosh.
Yeah, so they buried her in swampland near a cemetery that has but
Mm.
you kind of see where I'm getting at,
Mm-hmm.
it's just further like insult to injury.
Mm.
Um, so they didn't actually know it was old mom. A lot of people who were opposed the building of the Palisades try to say that it was a mastodon, and that did successfully halt construction just for a little bit, but of course, you're gonna find out it was a circus elephant,
Mm.
like a
So
local
they were trying to be
elephant.
like, no, this is like, this needs to be preserved. This is like
Yeah,
a old ancient animal. Like maybe this is a site where we need to dig, and But yeah, I mean, they were trying to oppose the building of the mall.
yeah. Oh, by the way, Oldemont haunts the Palisades. You can see our ghosts.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting. So there've been sightings of her ghost.
yeah. She's a ghost. She living her best life in the mall, and going to the Wetzel's Pretzels, and then the AMC theater.
Interesting. Okay.
Um, yeah. So one of the reasons why you don't want to build on swampland is that the building might sink.
Mm, of course. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's the
So,
big thing. So this
you
mall,
know,
I'm assuming it's got massive issues with its foundation.
yes. So, you can feel it move when you're walking around,
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
you know,
really?
as buildings do, you
Wait, you could
know.
literally feel the building like sinking and moving
Yes.
around a bit. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, the thing is that, like, literally no, fuck the media. Fuck the media. The media is trying to gaslight fucking the locals, saying, "Nah, you're just imagining shit." No, bitch, I feel it in my bones. I literally, bro, I've been into no. I literally would be like, "Hey, mom." Like, I remember as a kid, I was like, "Hey, mom, why is it so shaky?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, no, this place is built on a swamp." I'm like, "What?"
My gosh.
Because like well, this was like it's a mall. It's um you go into there, you go to theaters. So I would sometimes go to theaters with my ma. You
Mm.
know, yeah. So I've been been in the Palisades Mall. I felt it move. I am living legend. I am proof. My eyewitness proof. Anyway.
Okay. All right. So you got a mall that like sucks and everyone hates it because it's sinking slowly.
Yes.
Um um
And
and
yeah.
and it's built on an elephant grave. Amazing.
Yes. Next to a cemetery that's supposed to be, you know,
Yeah. For
historical.
black
Yeah,
and brown American war heroes.
Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just nice little area.
Yeah.
So um, so I mean, if you're American, you know what's happening, I guess, with malls. But there's been like a um kind of like a nationwide increase of dead malls.
Mm. Yeah.
Basically malls that are like has a lot of vacancies.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
Well, there's just too
so
many malls in America for the people, like
there's just
literally.
too many malls in America,
And
and it's
Amazon as
literally
well.
Amazon fucked it up, and it's just brick and mortar,
Mm.
stores bring 'em back better. Um, yeah, no, so like there hasn't been there hasn't been many vacancies, but there's been a lot of well, that's contradictory, sorry. There has been vacancies in the mall, and this is like again this massive area in this like small town.
Mm.
Like, and there's vacancies in there, and like it's just a waste of space.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh
it's very sad. Yeah.
And Derek says, property is seen mostly as investment in the US. I mean, it's seen mostly as investment anywhere in the West. through the late 80s to the early 2000s, there was a very specific investing scheme with shopping malls specifically, and that's why there's so many in the US. Yeah, and like there's just not a. It's not.
Classic.
It's just like you know.
This is like a little. It's just, and it really is an investment. It is literally just
Yeah.
investment for like big boys, like big capitalists out.
Mm.
It all comes back. It all circles back.
Mm. Yeah.
And so speaking of which, property taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So a little thing in New York is a little fun thing is that New York public schools are funded like mostly by property tax,
As is all like America. Like yeah, that's how it is
as is all.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is fucking
So
really, really fucking bad.
insane,
Yeah.
which I will talk to. I have a little section about that, and which is literally the next section. Um, so so Palisades
Mm-hmm.
um currently is saying that they paid too much in property taxes, and
This is why they're
the Clarkson.
failing. or
No,
no.
Rug, this is why they're failing. Oh no, and now they're trying to get it back from the public schools, from the Clarkstown
They
Public School
wait,
District.
this mall is trying to get money from public
Yeah,
schools?
yeah,
Bro.
yeah, yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, yeah, sludge, yeah. And it's still an ongoing thing, and I think the reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to make up for the pandemic, because the Palisades Mall did shut down after
Mm.
a little bit for the pandemic, and it was like crazy. It was like a ghost town. Like it was like
Mm.
you would never see the parking lots empty, and it was just very creepy. So like that's my little like tinfoil foil hat conspiracy, is that they're trying to make up
For
from
COVID?
lost
But like
revenue. Yeah.
they like the thing is these motherfuckers have the best like they have the best accountants. They paid exactly the tax that they owed. They're just claiming that they
Yeah,
paid too
they're
much. So
not
it's
over
like
no, they're
so
not overpaying. And
so
this
it
is a
makes no
mall. This is
sense
a
as
mall. It's a
well.
large space.
Yeah, it makes no sense as well. So how on earth are they going to like I feel like if they were to win this case, it's just literally like, oh, okay, no, like, yeah, like, it's fine. But it's just
It just opens up more. I feel it will open up for more companies to take advantage and to like
take advantage of
to
that, yeah. I hope that they
yeah.
probably will lose. It sounds like, because the government's pretty strict when it comes to, I mean, local governments, I think, would be better with regards to taxes. I don't know, with businesses, I hope so. I don't know.
I hope so too, but it's just I don't know how I usually would have like an answer, but I'm gonna be real. I have no idea, because public school, like just fighting for public schools in America, fighting for funding in
Mm.
public schools in New York is fucking hard. Like and that brings there isn't pictures or any pictures like for this next segment. Sorry, I just hit my knee.
No worries.
Um so there isn't any pictures for this next section, but this is a topic which I low-key want Hassan to talk about, because this is such a unique instance in politics in America.
Hmm.
It's like so fucking unique. Like I personally like it when analyzing it, but this is something that is local and is in my county. So
Okay.
this little section is called "The Unique Problem with the Hasidic Community in Rockland County."
Mm-hmm.
So a nice little prefix. Nothing wrong with being part of the Hasidic community. I'm not saying all Hasidic Jews are evil or bad or whatever. No, no. This is
Hold on,
literally just
give me a
something.
second. Give me a second. I'm just want
Yeah,
can I screenshot what you've written here just so people have something to look at?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hold on, let me just do that just so that we've got like I'll take one little screenshot here. Hold on. Oh no. I have no idea how to
Oh
do that.
no.
Hold on. Did it take a screenshot? Wait, hold on.
Take your time.
Hold on. Just so people can follow along, I think. Let me just blur this. And then escape here. Yeah, it's because I was full screen, so it's not letting me take proper screenshots for some reason. I have no idea why. Okay, just so people can like follow along with what you've written here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me copy this. I think I can just actually paste it. No, I can't. Okay, I have to save it. Save. Okay. Then, yeah. One. Just so people can like see what you've written and then they know, like, just a bit easier for people to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, let me add
Yeah.
them onto the slide quick. Anyway, this is very
Can you
interesting so
edit it?
far. I know I'm adding it right now. Don't worry.
No, I'm saying, can you edit the slide? Or is it just viewer
no,
only?
no. It's request only. It's request access only.
Oh, okay.
If you want, if it's not
Okay.
connected to an email that you don't mind people seeing, then you can just post in chat for people to follow along if you want. You're completely free to do that.
Oh yeah, no, this is just like my regular email that I use for like my YouTube and
Okay, so you don't mind
stuff. So
people
I don't
seeing the
mind it.
email?
Yeah, I don't mind seeing people seeing that email. That email is not my personal email.
Okay, well then just feel free to
So it's
post
fine.
this post that there so people can
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, no, like anyone is and it's yeah, no, like wait, let me just boop boop.
Okay, so here's the
Just
first
a nice.
part. Yeah, and then I'll put the second part up afterwards. Okay, so this is the first part, and I'll just make this bigger. Wait, nope, wrong thing. Oh no, I messed up. There we go. Okay,
Ah!
okay, all right. So that's the first part. So now I've brought the first thing up, so you can go for it.
Okay, cool. So again, nothing wrong with the Hasidic community. This is like again very specific to this region, like or county of New York. So I would highly recommend listening to this podcast, This American Life, episode like 534. You don't need to listen to all 500 episodes. You just can, listen to that episode because like it just delves deeper into this whole fucking mess. Like it's very comprehensive. So Ramapo. Ramapo in Rockland County is a very diverse um area. It's well, in general, Rockland is very diverse. It has a lot of middle class, some pockets of upper middle class, but like also just it's very middle class to like lower middle class, right? So this is like mid 2010s, right? So East Ramapo, again, it's an hour away from NYC. It's 18 minutes away from Upper Nyack, and it's very close. And just to reiterate, New York State, well, and multiple in America, the schools are mainly funded by property taxes, and the only um the only federal aid is like in the form of grants in which you have to apply for. So like, and it's like very hard to even get a grant at these like for like a middle school.
Yeah, they
Like
just reserve those for companies,
yeah, no, it's great. No, so over the years there's been a steady population increase from of the Hasidic Jews in Nyack and Rockland County and East Ramapo, and they're mainly coming from New York City. And most of them are lower middle class, so they they so what so if anyone doesn't know, the Hasidic Jews are very are like a sect of
Yeah, we've seen they're basically just more I guess Hasidic Jews are very interesting because it's everyone saw what happened in New York, right? But the Hasidic Jews,
Yes.
like the tunnel. So I think most people here know Hasidic Jews. But they're
Yeah.
very interestingly, like some of them are not aren't they like anti-Israel? Or maybe they
Yeah.
are. Yeah, some of
Well,
them, some of
not
them,
the
some of
ones
them.
here.
Not the
Not the
ones
ones
here. Okay,
here.
so not the ones here.
Not the
Okay,
ones here. Not the
yeah,
ones here. Bro, they are low key kind of Israel
yeah.
coded.
Well, yeah, of
Low
course.
key.
Like it really depends. With regards to the Jewish community you're talking about.
Yes.
Um,
So like I was actually really shocked when Hassan was showing videos of like Hasidic Jews like walking side to side with pro-Palestinian protesters because,
yes, in
well, for
London, I
one,
remember. I think it was.
yeah, but for one, like the Hasidic community in Rockland County is very closed off. Oh, hi, UB, hello. But it's very closed off and very close knit. So like it's just
They
seeing
don't
like
often. They don't
one,
often go out and like get involved in like politics outside of their
yeah,
communities.
yeah. Like it was just so shocking. I was like, holy moly,
Mm.
that
Mm.
and like yeah, and they're just I do have some bad experience and like experiences with interacting with Hasidic Jews like from this area
Mm.
and it,
But yeah, because
and
that's
yeah,
generally just because they're it's like highly
very
conservative.
conservative. It's
Yeah,
very
nothing really.
conservative.
It's nothing to do with
There,
like. Yeah,
it's not because of their religion. It's because of conservatism.
yeah. Well, the conservative lace within religion and all that. Yeah, same issue with
Yeah,
all religions. Like, there's always like that.
same
That's when it
issue,
becomes a problem.
same shit, same shit, different
Yeah,
stuff.
different religion.
It's just, yeah.
Exactly.
So, steady increase in population and what so since they're very close knit and very like um they don't take their kids to public schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take their kids to private schools and they are called yeshivas. And they mainly speak Yiddish as their primary language instead of English as their primary language. And again, this they're paying property taxes for schools, for public schools that their kid doesn't intend to. So there's like another little I didn't add this to my notes, but basically there's a um whole there another like I guess piece of the pie of this whole thing is special education and it's special education in America has come a long way. It really has, even though there's still problems with it. It
So do you
compared
mean
to
just special education for those that might not know? Is this like the UK term of some people that have special needs?
yes,
Okay, so those like I don't
like
know. Apparently, the
autism,
term special yes, I
ADHD,
don't know if special needs is the correct term. That's just the term I grew
yes,
up knowing.
the special
Yeah,
needs,
yeah. So
yes,
yeah, okay. So it's just education basically for children that might like be disabled in some way.
yes,
I think saying just disabled is probably better. You know.
yeah, yeah. So the so in it, I don't know the laws for other states, but basically in New York State, um, you have to have your kid go to public education for special ed because you don't
Mm.
want to institute, you don't want, you don't want to have that whole asylum thing happening,
Yeah, and also I guess private education for that would be really expensive.
really expensive and a lot of well even I acknowledge that I am privileged enough
Mm.
and had the resources to get speech therapy,
Mm.
but a lot of kids don't.
Yeah. No, I
And
know what you
that
mean.
and speech therapy is sometimes a lot of therapies are not really seen at like you have to privately fund it yourself instead of
Yes,
it
especially
being
in America. Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, of course, you know?
My grandmother went to
Classic.
a special, well, yeah, like a special needs school. But this was way back, like years ago. But yeah, no, so I know exactly what you mean by that, and it was much more expensive to go there and everything. But yeah.
Yeah. And it's very unfortunate, but at least again, at least like there is some good well, actually no, special education right now is actually in decline because a lot there's hasn't been a lot of special ed teachers
Mm.
across America.
Mm.
Um there's been a decrease for that, which is really bad. We don't want that.
Mm. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, and that just goes into the whole like issue with how badly teachers are paid in
Education.
America. Well,
And
how bad
yeah,
they're paid. Like even if the education
how
standard,
yeah.
a lot of the time the education standard, like if you actually look up, this is just an interesting thing about education that I know. Like education, if you look at the syllabus, it's normally like really pretty solid across the board, regardless of country. I'd say in America, like the maths is a bit easier than like in like Europe or whatever. Mr. Gray, thank you for the gifted sub to Anomalous Hollis. But the issue is it comes down to funding of how that is taught because you know that like I am everything I did earning money up to this before I was on Twitch was teaching. And so I
Yeah.
had and so the thing is I have a belief that everybody can learn high school math and understand it completely. It is just about teaching, and so that's why, for example, in
Yeah.
South Africa, we have one of the worst education systems in the world. But if you look at like what we're being taught, it's comparable to most European syllabuses. So it's not like a case of the syllabus being bad. It's a case of the textbooks like not explaining it well enough and the teaching being terrible. So yeah, and that's one of the biggest problems. Oh, we got a raid! Holy moly!
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Are you comparing my childhood to 9/11?
Thank you so much for the raid, Mhud. Just for all the raiders to know, hold on, let me and thank you for the gift up to Cleric. Hold on, let me just
What
go
is life
to...
like on Bitch Island? I don't know. Ask your mom.
Holy moly, sorry. Followers. Lots of things happening at the same
Come
time.
on, Bobby. Let's go party.
Lots of followers coming in. Hold on, I might just turn off the alerts. Where are
Come
my
on,
alerts?
Bobby. Let's go party.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second now, my pineapple. Just to explain
Oh yeah,
what's
no, take your
happening.
time.
But yeah. Okay. So one thing that's just interesting about like okay, Raiders, we are learning about New York State, more specifically where Am I a Pineapple is from, a state, a little village called Newark, and we're learning about all the intricacies. We've just learned like about a
Elephant.
mall that was built on an elephant's grave, but yeah. Anyway. But yeah, it's just very so welcome in. We're just in the middle of a sort of convo here. But yeah. So now we're learning about this very specific like political issue within Newark. And is it also surrounding, or is it mainly just no, it's up in New York, as you said.
Surrounding.
And it's about
surrounding.
the Hasidic community. Basically, they homeschool their kids. But there's been an issue. Okay, so you can continue. You were talking about we were getting off topic with talking about education,
Yeah.
but yeah,
LB tangent.
yeah.
Classic. But well, some of them do school their children, but they send their kids to yeshivas, which is basically private education, and private education is very expensive. And if you're paying high property taxes for public education that you're not sending to your kids, you don't want to do that, That's like, what am I paying this for? Type shit, So, since there was such a high density population of Hasidic Jews, they had so much voting power in terms of school budget. So, actually, there's going to be an upcoming election with a local election. Which, by the way, this is why you need to vote in local, people, so you can help with school budget.
Mm.
Dink donk. Vote. Dink donk.
Let me just quickly address the chatter. I apologize. It's just important to say that. People should focus on okay. No. So yeah, okay. There was South Africa has been brain drained, so that is incorrect. But it does get down to teaching. Like this chat. So your name is pulls from the side of P.
What is life like
You
on
are
Bitch
correct
Island? I
in
don't know,
like
ask your
that
mom.
if a child's education is like not foundational at a young age, then it is very difficult to learn like other, but it's nothing to do with IQ. IQ is a metric that you should never ever use with respect to this
No,
because
that IQ is like, isn't it like
it's something
based
so
on faulty
specific.
science?
Yeah.
Like a
But
little bit faulty.
yeah, well, it's a metric that's only supposed to be used in a specific instance, but pop science adopted it, so it's not like something to look at.
Oh.
It's not. But the point is, like, for example, I don't have a technically like anyway, but the point anyway, we're getting off the point, but the point is mathematics is important to learn even if you're doing trades because maths teaches your brain how to think. My point is just more an example of like the issue is with teaching, and that's not individuals teachers' fault, it's just underfunding in teaching. Like there should be a lot, like there should be like one teacher for like in an ideal school system you'd want like one teacher for 15
And teaching
kids, you know?
assistant.
Yeah,
Like the even small things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, continuing with what you were going on about. Yeah.
So, since they have a lot of a high population, they have like a lot of voting power for these school budgets. So originally there was a truce to keep them from forcing the budget to be cut so that they don't have to pay more property taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, as Bidenomics, am I right, brother? Um, property taxes slowly increased because you need to keep increasing property tax, even look, we all don't like paying taxes, but it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, it has to
You need
increase
it.
with inflation, like, and
Yeah.
like you have to, especially if your taxes are tied to schools. Yeah, like
Yeah,
schools need to be
it's
funded,
important.
salaries need to increase, like that's the way it is. Americans hate paying tax, but I can imagine, but the thing is I get why Americans hate paying tax.
Yeah,
But yeah.
no.
Anyway.
So the truce was broken because this Hasidic community felt like they were being cheated, even though it's natural, I guess. It's basic economy. You need to increase stuff when inflation increase, and it's not out of spite, it's so what happened was they block voting. So block voting is taking a mass of um wait, let me just pull up the
No worries.
specific definition, because um it basically is mass in voting. The mules, brother, the mules. It's mass voting for one specific topic, and that topic was budget cuts for the school. So the Hasidic community
So the Hasidic
were
community had increased so much, but they thought, why are we paying for, like, basically, just the way I understand what you explained, why are we paying taxes for schools our kids don't go to?
yes.
Okay. Insane. Okay.
And they also don't want their kids who have disabilities to go to public school for to
To
get
learn.
to get the necessary education that they
Yeah.
need.
Because they're not yet learning Yiddish, and it's not a lot of, like, they're
Yeah.
not going to be learning about the religion as well within the schooling system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, this is why I highly recommend listening to podcasts, because there's like so much shit that went down. But basically the Hasidic community got into the school board. They were all voted into the school board to to a public school in which none of their children go to.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's so
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what they would so they would cut funding over and over again. Like, I think, like, the the budget increase was 33%, and that isn't actually a lot because, again, we're accounting for inflation, we're accounting for, um, like, repairs for the schools by the like,
Mm.
the salaries of teachers.
Mm.
So one of the things that really stick to me with this particular case is that East Ramapo has a very, again, the East Ramapo Public School has a very diverse community, and most of them are on um free school lunch program,
Mm.
like 70% of them.
Wow, yeah, okay.
So they had no APs. Their APs were taken away because you can't you the funding. Again, this is all because of funding. AP like advanced placement classes, honor rolls, societies,
And this was all because of
like
like people whose kids don't go to these schools got the property taxes lowered or whatever, or like they
yes,
changed the way in which everything was funded, which is ridiculous. And that's why it's
yes,
such a big issue with the Hasidic communities like not allowing their kids to go to the same schools. Gosh.
yes. And textbooks, like, so there was this one lady who so the the school board now, having Hasidic members, also Hasidic members, they always call for like executive executive some I forgot the specific wording, but it's basically um a rest period. So they go into a room and then they don't deal with the protesters outside, like the
Mm.
moms, the dads, the students themselves would come into like these these board meetings and like express their concern, because literally their schedules was like four classes, and then the rest were free periods, and like this is like an 8 period day class, like
Mm.
so like it would be like period 1 math, period 2 science, period 3 gym, period 4 lunch, period 5 AP whatever, period 6 home ec, like all these but but under like this thing, it would be math, lunch, free time, study hall, science, study hall, and then like
Yeah.
so it, it was just crazy. No, so there was this woman when there was this like mom
Mhm.
who got up to the podium when all the board members were leaving for like this like recess or whatever, and she said, I still think about this. She's like, they're taking away our children's education. They are basically sending them to prisons
Mm.
because by the way, extracurriculars including varsity sports, like sports in general, even regular sports were cut. Like after school programs were cut. Like
Everything was
the
like
marching band,
was cut
like
as well.
cut as well. Like there used to be like four new music teachers. Now there's like one. There'll be like
Wow. That's insane. Like that was allowed to happen in the first place because
it was allowed to happen.
because the thing is like I mean I feel like people shouldn't You don't decide where your taxes go. Like, at the end of the day, it
You
has to
don't
go
decide
benefit,
where
you know?
it has to go somewhere. It has to go into back into the community because that's I
Mm.
don't look.
Wow, and
I
Leah
don't
streaming.
like income.
Keep up all the
Nobody
good
likes
work.
income
Thanks for
tax,
creating
okay?
an
But
awesome
you
community.
have to do it.
Mm.
You
Okay.
have to even though Social Security right now is a whole mess, you still need it at least,
Yeah.
you know.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now Ramapo is like slowly recovering. There are non-Hasidic community members who actually are have like at least kids that went or is currently going to Ramapo.
Mm.
But again, it's like this sort of damage that happens even in a small community, like it will take years to recover.
Mm. No, of course. Like,
It,
you're fucking up the education of, like, an entire generation of people living in the town. You know? Like, yeah.
yeah, like an
That's
entire
got a
generation
generational
is fucked.
effect. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just uh, and another way that they're trying to avoid paying property taxes is through um a weird loophole. So they would buy out the property or house and establish the house as a temple, making it tax exempt. So this is like called faith-based housing.
Mm.
And so they don't have to pay property taxes
What is
if
life like on Bitch
the
Island? I don't
home
know. Ask your
is quote
mom.
unquote a temple.
Mm.
And this just fucks it just fucks over. Like it just and
Yeah, you
the thing is
basically,
that like
like, it's essentially just, like, allowing less tax, like, less properties to pay tax, which is going to make the education worse, you know?
yeah. And another thing is that it encourages high density housing in this one small area. And that is you don't want high density in housing in the small area. It's just bad for bad in general. Bad in
Mm.
general. You don't want to have a bunch of people in a room, you know?
Mm.
It's a fire hazard. And speaking of fire hazards, currently there is a faith-based housing bill going on that again I have to Pokemon go to the polls on Tuesday to vote on it, um but it basically is gonna the bill is would
Oh
encourage
my
high
god!
density housing and then encourage no housing regulation or zoning regulation.
Gosh. So, like, and as you said their fire regulation is, like, one of the things. So, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just it's and this whole thing is just so crazy because the thing is like there's also like a weird so you would think there I this is so weird to like I it's so weird for me to like word this, but like there's been this weird anti-Semite thing. There's no
Mm.
anti-Semitism thing. There's no when these protesters who like protested against like the budget cuts, they were not anti-Semites. In fact, there's been like a few reports of people shutting down any anti-Semitism rhetoric
Mm.
at these protests. Like that is well, but the Hasidic community has been
Saying it's
you
anti-Semitism.
yeah.
Okay,
And
that's
actually
insane.
and so they've put up advertisements. I couldn't find the advertisements, but they put up advertisements like video advertisements
Mm.
that would play sometimes locally
Hmm.
on the TV. So these advertisements were specifically going after I think Tony Luciano, because he was going up for board for the Rampo uh board and
Yeah.
So they literally clip chimped him. They literally clip chimped him. I shit you not. They clip
Yeah.
chimped him from like basically him telling them, "Hey, which his argument is somewhat true, but out of context, it does sound.
Well, yeah, like it's the perfect play.
Yeah.
It's so because the thing is, the issue here is it's just a specific
Is the
conservative,
money. It's
Hasidic
the
community,
taxes.
and they are like refusing to or trying to like change the local law so they don't have to pay as much taxes. So yeah, this like kind of like criticism plays perfectly into like
Into
what
the
people would
anti-Semitism.
what people would could like easily say as being anti-Semitic, but no, it's literally like the lack of paying taxes from these communities is making like schools worse in the area like that. And this is
Yeah.
so it's not it's like it doesn't matter that they're Jewish. If a Christian community
It
did the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing, like it would still have the
Hell,
same
they can
level of
be
criticism.
they can be the parents themselves. They can be the parents themselves. It doesn't matter. The whole issue is the taxes and like and funding.
Yeah, exactly. Ah, okay, so I can see why that's like quite an insane like local political issue.
Yeah, so just before we move on, I just want to quickly describe this ad because I did see it. I just can't find it.
Yeah, no worries.
So it's this clip chipping of Tony, my boy Tony, basically saying, "You don't care about the kids, you care about the taxes." And it transitions into his face superimposed next to Hitler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
And yeah. Yeah. And there were other similar shit. There was other similar advertisements. I haven't seen them personally. One of them had goose stepping, like the Nazi thing there and equivalent and just like having that overlaid into one of Tony's speeches.
They're trying to paint
It's
him as
just
an anti-Semite when it's like regardless of the religion, the issue is the tax avoidance because they don't want their kids to be educated at the local schools. So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
And that's why it's such a unique like political thing in this like tiny little place in New York.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. That is like very and it's like it's one of those things like politically like you can it's like it's also the thing is I'm sure like this occurring because of this community has bred like in some fringe areas anti-Semitism, especially amongst more conservative members within Newark, like Christian conservatives. Yeah, like I'm sure
There's
like
been
yeah
incidences of like kids, throwing rocks at the yeshiva buses and saying, get out of here. But that's more like resentment towards from their parents opposed onto like kids that don't know better.
no, of
Like kids
course.
literally who schools is not funding fucking history class. So of course they don't fucking know better, you know?
Of course, of course. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we can go back to lighthearted news, I guess.
Normally other things. Hold on, let me get it back. There we go. Okay. So the next slide, I'm guessing,
is famous people.
Oh no, wait, we had
Let's
this.
go, buddy.
I didn't notice.
Oh wait, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oops.
Okay, but we talked about it already, so no worries.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oopsies. Do I have any fun facts? Well, I'm gonna have a few fun facts coming up. So my girl Joel. So well, first off, famous people. We're gonna talk about famous people who lived in Nyack or was born in Nyack. So Hailey Bieber.
Oh, do you not have a slide
for
Hailey Bieber?
No,
Okay.
I don't
no
have. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, sorry. So Hailey Bieber, she wasn't born here, but she did live here for a hot minute, and she did go to a local pizzeria called Toriello's with Justin Bieber. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Rosie O'Donnell, she lived here for a bit, but the only thing I know about her is that, like, she would give, like, full-size candy bars at Halloween, but, like, I wasn't, like, I was still in the womb. My sister would go trick-or-treating with
Oh,
when
okay.
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and she gave full-size bars, but, she did an ableist movie, so, eh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
We got, Caroline Lexrow Babcock. Yep, cock. She's a suffragette.
Okay. Wow.
And then
Interesting.
n yeah, and then we're going to Edward Hopper, but we're not gonna talk about him first. Fuck Edward Hopper. He can suck my cock. We're talking about his wife, my girl Jewel, my girl Jewel. And mainly the reason why I'm talking about Joel is because I got spiteful towards him
Mhm.
because it's like so basically their marriage. Edward Hopper, if any of you guys don't know, he's a famous
And then you've got
American
here,
realist paint.
like you've got the yeah.
Yeah,
I know these. This one. The Nighthawks is very famous.
yes, very famous. So he's a American realist painter. And he also mainly focuses on isolation, but the majority of his work is literally just naked women or like women looking outside the window with a cigarette.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
that's literally the majority of his work. And his relationship with his wife is kind of like the classic shitty American 1930s strained marriage.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's a self-portrait that my girl Jewel did herself.
Mhm.
She's a very talented watercolorist.
Mm.
Um and Edward disapproved of his wife pursuit of art. And um though she was actually a muse. So it's like this weird split between my wife is my muse, and she has been a model for a lot of his paintings. And she's even the model for the woman in Nighthawks. But
Ah, I see. Okay.
yeah, but it's like this weird strain between she's my muse and fuck this
Mm.
grug woman,
Yeah,
grug.
not wanting like a classic thing of like not wanting your wife to be as successful as you or to, wife has wife duties, you know?
Yeah, wife has wife duties, grug. But they
Mm.
also didn't have kids.
Okay.
I think he didn't wanna have kids.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so, paints basically life in isolated figures. I mean, I linked a don't click on the
Yeah.
link.
I won't click on the
Don't show
link,
the
don't
link.
worry.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can look at it, but don't show it on stream.
Mhm.
But literally, the piece is called "Summertime," and look, Edward is kind of a coomer. Bro is
Mm.
kind of a coomer. He's kind of a coomer. And the summertime is literally the epiphany of him painting with one brush and his other hand he's just jerking it off.
You think, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 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 classic. And yeah, so if you go to the next slide, we'll look at Nighthawks
Mhm.
and look at Nighthawks. So basically, well, The Girl and the Sewing Machine, that's my favorite personal Edward Hopper piece. I just like it.
Mm.
But Nighthawks is very iconic. We all know. And there's actually a debate whether it's in New York City diner or a Nyack diner. And
Hmm.
my argument is it's a Nyack diner. I am not biased. I am definitely not biased.
What would make more sense because it's
Um,
so few people.
it's so few people, and it literally looks like there's a restaurant called the Thai House.
Mhm.
I don't like it. It's kind of expensive, and they don't give you a lot of stuff for, the serving.
Mm.
but it's a it's very similar layout. Like there's been like literally tinfoil hats of motherfuckers like measuring and like doing the angles, trying to figure out where specifically in New York City.
Gosh, okay.
It's crazy. And then if you may go to the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last slide.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're doing it, boys. We're talking about it. We're talking about it, boys. It's 9/11. 9/11 time. Let's
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Let's
Okay,
go.
wait, hold on.
Let's go.
I need to quickly talk to my mum. She just knocked on my door. Give me 1 second, but you can go ahead. So
Okay.
Okay, I'll catch up with what you've written. Okay?
Wait.
You know,
Wait.
sometimes
Let's see.
planes
Let's see.
crash,
Let's see.
and that's what
Let's see.
happened.
Come on. Come on. Say the funny command. Funny command. Okay, never mind. Well, so as y'all know, there is a sorry, Mom, it's 9/11 time. So as we all know, on 2001, September 11th, a funny event happened. You know, a funny event relating to American Airlines. American Airlines Flight 11 specifically, hitting the World Trade Center, specifically the North Tower at 8:46 a.m. and and then the second tower was hit. The Q and George gained a nice little whisper in his ear. The second plane just crashed. But if pineapple has no well, thank you, C. Thaddeus. Yeah, it did. What? Yeah. Just a little summary, nice little summary. So, Nyack
I am back, by
actually.
the way.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
I know. So Nyack had a lot of. My dad was actually gonna. He worked near the World Trade Center. He worked in New York City for a hot minute. And he was gonna go in that day, but he was like hanging out with my ma, with her pregnant self, her very pregnant self.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, uh, good thing he didn't go in that day, you know. So who is Wells Remy Crother? Well, he's a he was a previous firefighter for the old fireplace. There we go. Old firehouse place thing. There we
saw
go.
previously, yeah, in Nyack.
That we saw previously in Nyack. Holy fucking moly! And every 9/11, Nyack schools would just talk about this guy all the time. And even at like even when like the minute, like the hour to minute, we would announcement will come on. It's like, okay, this is the time the second plane or the second tower crashed. Everyone like stand up and have a moment of silence. So like that was basically, and then we would watch documentaries and then also footage of people suffering from not the attacks. Very traumatic stuff, like not good ones, you know, kind of graphic to show to kids at like 9 a.m. You know, but yeah, so he actually went to the same schools as me. He was a lacrosse and field not field, ice hockey player. And he would wear the red bandana. His number was 19. And he joined Empire Hook and Ladder Company #1 as a junior member, and then became a full member when he was 18, because you can become a junior member for when you're like 15, 16, and then you have to do like a test.
Mm.
Yeah. So he attended Boston College, and then he graduated with a degree of economics. Don't type his name into Google. It literally has stock trader as his title, which is like, okay, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
No, he clearly wasn't. But yeah,
He-
okay.
yeah. So he started working for Sandler's O'Neill Partner, which is an investment banking firm in the South Tower of
Oh,
you know.
okay. So he
Yeah.
actually did work there.
So
Oh, okay. Then maybe he was.
yeah, he did there. Yeah, he was. I just don't like how it says stock trader in his title.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on September 11th, 2001, the World Trade Center was attacked. Specifically at 9:02 a.m., the second tower was hit.
Mhm.
Um, Crother, who, by the way, never left without his red bandana, decided to help as many people, and he literally had the chance to escape. Like, he could have survived.
Mm.
Like, but he decided to help people. So he literally went above the like floors where first responders were, and he led so many groups of survivors out of the South Tower. And he would just go back. He would bring the group back, and he would bring the group out of the tower, and then he would go back.
Hmm.
He would just go back and like get another group of survivors.
Wow.
So eyewitnesses have reported that the man spoke calmly and was very he had an authoritative presence with him. He was like, okay, it's okay, and it's okay, everyone single file line, make sure to cover your face,
Mm.
and then he would lead them to like stairwells that weren't collapsed because like uh, yeah. And so
And you said they identified him because of his red bandana.
yes, because he put the red bandana around his face.
Yeah, from the smoke, to protect from the smoke. Huh.
Yeah. And his parents didn't know what happened to him basically after the attacks. Like they could not recover his body, I believe. So
Gosh.
we don't know his final moments, but what we do know is that like there has been again eyewitnesses saying he wore the red bandana. There was a man with the red bandana, which is literally the I linked 2 documentaries discussing the topic. We don't need to watch them. That's just a thing I put in.
Yeah, maybe another
Yeah.
another day, but
No,
yeah.
no, another day. You can watch it on 9/11, the upcoming one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so his body was never recovered. He got a plaque dedicated to the old firehouse that he worked at.
Mm.
And yeah.
Gosh. Interesting.
And yeah.
And so would you say he's one of like the most like everyone in New York knows about? Yeah, as you said, everyone
Yes.
stands up. Interesting. Huh. Gosh.
Yeah. And just to leave this on a nice note, I feel like you should watch this beautiful local ad that I
Oh
think
my God.
is
Okay.
that just summarizes Nyack beautifully.
Okay, I've got it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God.
Welcome to Romantic Deep.
Hold on, nobody can see yet. Let me Can you see it? Am I? Hold on.
It's still I can see it, but on the stream
go.
it's blurred. There we go.
There we go. Okay. Hold on. No. Why won't it let me? Okay. There we go.
Well, how can I help you guys?
Yeah, we're ready to spice things up.
You do know you have to know your partner's limitations.
I agree. When I was younger, I used to make a lot of stupid mistakes. But I'm ready to learn more.
Get informed. Help stop violence against women. Visit a romantic depot near you and pick up your free pamphlet.
Thanks to Romantic Depot, I now know how to treat women with dignity and respect.
Visit Romantic Depot Rockland. Go to romanticdepot.com for directions.
Make sure you go visit Romantic Depot for all your Valentine's gifts.
What? The
Yeah,
fuck was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Look. 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 I feel like that summarizes Nyack.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Anyway, there were other things that you said. Fun places to visit.
Yeah, just like small little fun things. Tweed tunnels that I discussed earlier, Toriello's. That's like a really good pizza place that I love. The Hopper House, which is basically Edward Hopper's childhood home, and it was turned into a museum they have a website. Where do the gays hang out? The gays hang out in the park. Specifically after 5 because that's when everyone smokes pot.
Yeah, 5 p.m. is the gay
But
witching
don't say
hour.
it's the gay witching hour. But don't tell anyone. Shh. It's a
Okay.
secret. Shh.
No
No
snitches.
snitches. And then I have I just wrote down a few historical places like the Old Stone Church, which was the first Methodist church in Nyack. I don't know what the fuck Methodist is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Freedom of religion. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not Christian, so I don't know either. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. We got Nyack's first settlement marker. We got Upper Nyack Village Hall / Firehouse. That's the old firehouse. And then we got the Mount Moore Cemetery, and that's about it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Amaya. Like this is so. I'm still thinking about that Takashi 69. Yeah, and the elephant. But this was great because like you included
my headphones came out.
No worries. Are they back? But they you basically include such like interesting facts that were like very unique to you, which I really like. But yeah, thank you. Like I always love these segments, so you know I'm always gonna be like, yeah, this is everyone loves learning. You know?
Yeah, no, we love Poggy fun facts.
Exactly.
Little fun facts.
Exactly.
Let's see if there's a weird fun fact that I know on the top of my head. I can end it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I mean, I know there was like this like Italian woman that would sell arsenic to women who had like husbands that abused them. And like they tried to get her convicted. But I think she actually skirts
managed to skirt
around
the law?
the conviction. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Old school divorces. Murder.
Poggy. All right. I wonder if anybody has any questions for you. I guess it's like, maybe not a lot of people will because it is America and a lot of people know a lot about America. It's not like a massive country. So we all know basically, especially because it's New York, like we know basically the laws around like, what it's like to be gay there, what it's like to be trans there because there's so many, people in this chat that are exactly living there, well, not specifically Nyack. But
so one thing is that a lot of neighboring like school districts, usually queer teenagers would transfer from that school district to Nyack school district because Nyack is more tolerant towards them.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, yeah. Does Nyack have good transportation? Buses, yes, it's a 45-minute bus. For trains, you have to travel to like another section in Rockland County, and then there'll be a train going to New York, but that's like more traveling. You have to find a place to park your car, and yeah, that's a whole nother. It's just very inconvenient public transit.
Okay, makes sense. Any other questions, chat? Oh, and once again, Am I Pineapple does stream. So let me
I
give
do
you let me
stream.
give you a shout out. Follow Am I a Pineapple? And yeah, thank you so much for coming on. I always love this segment, and thank you. Oh yeah, what's your okay? Oh
Thank
wait,
you for having me.
yes,
What?
Soundkid is like, what's your favorite local product?
My favorite local product, weed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pog.
Pog.
Yeah.
Look. There's a lot of smoke shops in Nyack, okay?
Okay, interesting. All right. Well, enjoy
Yeah,
voting.
thank you for oh yeah, I'll have fun voting on Tuesday, and thank you so much for having me on.
And thank you for preparing this. It was really lovely. So thank you. And now we know
You're
about Nyack,
welcome.
which we never would have known about before. So thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, have fun Zeldering.
Yes, we're gonna go into that now. Anyway, thank you so much.
Anyway,
and
bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye, Amaya.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That was Amaya Pineapple. That was sick, chat. Did you enjoy it? I like that a lot. I always enjoy these segments, so you know that. You know that. We'll just put the normal Google back up. Ooh, now it's gonna get really small. Okay, hold on. Getting everything back to normal. Ooh!
Yuck.
Learning segments are always awesome. They are. Let me put a marker. End of segment. I love Nationalist Mondays. While we're on the topic of New York, if you could share a wild thing in the early 1900s, housing development of Niagara Falls was abandoned and used for a dump site for chemical waste, and then corruption caused it to be sold to a school district for like $1, and it caused tons and tons of people to get sick for years, and it was discovered. What the fuck? What? Infamous as a location, a landfill that became a site of environmental disaster in 1997. Decades of dumping toxic chemicals killed residents and harmed the health of hundreds, often profoundly. The area was cleaned up over the course of 21 years. What? Oh my god. I mean, it's just like the only thing you can sort of say is, yeah, okay, classic America. Anyway. Alright, thank you so much, Amaya Pineapple. That was great. Is Azuni not live yet? I don't think so. Okay. Alright. Let's actually jump into some Zelda then. Because I've got something we can listen to. In the background. I think I've still got it up. Yeah, here. We can listen to... Hassan was on a podcast, right? Old man is not live. He is not live. But it's not paywalled.
This is the neighborhood.
Oh, wait. Wait, I think this is a meme. Oh no, it's not the full thing. Hold on, I want to open this link.
This is the neighborhood.
Why can't I open the link? Oh no, okay, it's fine. Got it. I found it. I found it. It's got it. I've got it. Okay. This is the neighborhood. Okay, switch. Let's go. Time to switch over.
Today I feel gay.
Yeah, we're listening. What did he do? Things. Okay. Okay. Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Of the... Wait, where did I put... Oh, shit, hold on. Hold on, I've got an idea. Give me a second, chat. Oh no. I left my Chatterino. Hold on, I need to grab it. I left my oh no. Oh no, not that. I left my Chatterino over here. And so I need to put it over. Oh god. Right at the top. There we go. Okay. Oh no, I turned on emote only by mistake. Oh no. There we go. Alright. Okay, so let's have a listen to this podcast while we play some Zelda. Her Patreon's new logo fucking sucks, dude.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here.
Oh my god. Sorry, that was so loud. Fuck. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, it's still super loud. What the fuck? Why is it so loud?
Items and continuing the gay list and inviting the few straight men who will who agree to continue to speak to us on. Today we've got Hassan with us to go through some gay list items and.
Oh, is Hassan now live? Okay, let's listen to the first 10 minutes of this.
How's it going? Thanks for joining.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This is I came here to defeat the LGBTQ faux allegations that have been launched against me.
Yes.
Mostly because I keep saying I'm homophobic and queerphobic.
Why am I even here?
Specifically biphobic. I do say that a lot.
We all are.
Yeah, so that's why I came here. So it's June, you know. You got to do some gay shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And we will be determining by the end of the episode whether or not you have the gayborhood pass.
Yeah.
Okay, like the Pope, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like
just like the Pope. Yeah, yeah.
The Pope is we have all established it. It's camp as fuck to be the Pope in general, and therefore automatically gay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The red shoes, the robe. I mean, it's been said so many times, but he's essentially a drag queen.
Yeah.
You have to get your balls fondled by another man. You like sit on a bucket, right? Don't you have to sit on a throne and then like the throne?
No, I've never heard of that.
No, like there's like what is it called? Am I making this up? This might be like a Facebook meme type situation.
Seeking derangement.
Sure. I don't know.
Seeking derangement.
I'm pretty sure you have to. The Pope has to sit on like a chair that has like a circle underneath it, like a hole underneath it, and then they check if he has like a dick and balls.
Oh my!
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, to see if he has a dick and balls to make sure that it's not like a woman Pope, like secretly.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
the papal toilet chair.
What?
They're transvestigating each pope. They can't.
Oh, it's
they
only
can't have
I've never heard of this before.
It was in the Middle Ages, apparently. I don't know if they still do it.
They probably still do it, but they do it for like fun now. They do it because they're like actually gay.
If I feel like they had to have started that because there was one trans mask pope. And they realized it halfway through, and they're like, "Fuck, we can't let this ever happen
Pope
again."
Wrench the Seventh.
Like, he's so cool.
Pope Xavier.
What does a trans mask Pope do before Hearts of Iron? Like, I guess you're literally doing Hearts of Iron as the Pope in real life. You know?
yeah.
That's probably the most Hearts of Iron thing you can do.
Exactly. You're Victoria 3.
Yeah.
What?
No, the Pope is definitely gay. We've said this, but with the faggotry drops he's been throwing out there, it's something you can only like. Faggotry as a concept is something that you can only understand by observing gay men and like clocking certain behaviors and so forth. So like, either he is gay, they're all gay, but it is an evolved, word to throw out there. I feel like.
What is this? It's called seeking derangements. Everyone else is gay except for Hassan.
It's very zesty to say that, I feel like.
It's incredibly zesty. Incredibly zesty. Yeah.
It's a little
but Hassan,
it's
mentioned
in itself.
You mentioned multiple allegations. I think you've defeated the queer baiting allegations. I think you've defeated the gay allegations. I think you've defeated maybe not the homophobia allegations. I don't know.
No.
I've seen you get called homophobic quite a lot. Do you remember that time? You one time retweeted something really bitchy I said about like a gay congressman.
No, I didn't even retweet it. I liked it, and I didn't even know at the time. It was you said, dude. I have like insane cyber stalkers. I have insane cyber stalkers. So listen, I've been unconditionally defend you trained since day one, since before you launched your, media career.
Yeah.
And a lot of people at the time were being like really aggro about the Bernie Sanders stuff.
It's crazy.
And a lot of people at the time online were like trying to get me to be a Bernie bro, I guess. Like they were trying to portray me as a Bernie bro who's like homophobic, misogynistic, like look at him. And I think that fit really well. Like my defense of you fit really well into that mold. So they were mad at me because I kept saying booty judge to Pete Buttigieg. They said that was homophobic.
It seems like there's something to me that's like it's homophobic to assume that's homophobic because you have to you have to take so many logical steps to be like, okay, booty, ass, sex.
It's like
ass
actually a
sex
booty
bad.
judge is an elite position in the gay community that you have to be elected to, and it's horrible to call it that.
He wishes he had that kind of gay cred. Like
No,
I
I
feel
can't
like
get up
I,
there.
as a straight man, have more gay cred than he does.
Absolutely.
Low key.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I've never seen him. I've never seen him at the fucking grinder bus at Pride Parade. You know what I mean?
He is not.
He's not smacking
even...
Ukrainian twink ass.
No, he's not. And I've said this about Pete many times. He's not really a gay man. He's a career cell. He is literally just. He doesn't care about sex. He just cares about the advancements of his career. It's very obvious. There's no sexual component to his life at all, I think. Like, unless it's like some really freaky, like degrading shit he's doing to Chasten. I think that
He strikes me as the type of man who like only has sex through the machine that Zizek has described before. You know what I'm talking about? Like Zizek was talking about the sex machine.
No.
Like, if he had the opportunity to just like take a pill and then like have the partner take the pill as well,
Oh,
and
the
then
Zizek
it
reference.
stimulated an orgasm in each other's minds, like he would
Okay,
do that.
we're
Like, very
definitely
Patrick
listening to this
Bateman.
fully tomorrow,
No,
chat.
absolutely.
This is so funny.
What I was talking
More,
about,
man.
I got you in some trouble once because I think you liked a tweet in which I used cigarette emoji, which of course to many people
Oh,
who
I
are
remember
like, dating
this.
online like 8 hours a day, that does mean faggot, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time.
I don't know if you knew that or not, and then you got
No, because you just said something like he's so like you said something like he's so
like a
bitchy
smarmy piece of shit or something.
Yeah. It was. I think it was a dude that was like running for Colorado or something, like Rifle
Yes.
Colorado against like Lauren Boebert or some shit, and he was like,
Yes.
"I hate the left." Like
he was
and
literally
I'm
like
here
Pete. He was if Pete had done like meth and was like did love fucking. Like that guy definitely does fuck and smashes some like horrible twin
No, for
gas.
sure.
Like, he is out there like partying and playing, but it's the same
Like,
kind of like Pete thing.
The amount of traveling salesmen with wives that he's had sex with at a fucking Motel 8 is unimaginable. Because I feel like that's what you get. That's the play you get when you're in like fucking Colorado, right? Like I don't think that there's
For
like,
sure.
or maybe Colorado's
For
different.
sure.
Like I don't think there's a robust gay scene in like Rifle, Colorado.
I don't
Yeah.
think in Rifle. No.
I'm running for Senator of Colorado.
Literally, yes. That
Hold
was
on,
his
chat.
vibe. But yeah, I remember you getting yelled at, and
and
then people were calling me homophobic. And I remember I was
Yeah.
like, looked at my phone, and I was like, I've been getting called homophobic for a very long time as an incredibly gay man. It's only funny to me now. It's only been funny, but like it was particularly funny at this moment because I remember I was literally making cucumber sandwiches to go to a barbecue in Ridgewood, and I was like, I'm doing I'm doing one of the gayest things of all time right now, besides like butt sex. Like I'm making finger sandwiches for a gay guy barbecue in Brooklyn. It was
I
so
think
funny.
the cigarette emoji in and of itself is also like obviously very gay to like know what that is. Like it's so gay, even I didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I'm like kind of tapped in. Ben, you also have the problem where I mean I guess I don't know if it's a problem or not, but like you kind of also give off, and my co-host Austin is very similar to this, but you are nowhere near as bad. But you kind of give off like you could be straight vibes from
It's so
to the
funny you say
onlooker.
that. It's so funny you say that because sometimes I've met people who are like legitimately surprised that I'm gay, and I'm like, what does a gay guy look like to you? Do I have to be like covered in semen with like doing poppers? Like what?
No, obviously.
I'm not saying that's how you feel, but it happened. Like I met this one old lady. I was at a party once in like this restaurant, sitting with my friends. It was her birthday, and this old woman walked up to me and she's like, "You're so handsome," and one of my girlfriends was like, "He is gay." I was like, first of all, why would you do that? Why would you do that to this old lady? This is crazy.
Step off, lady.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I'm trying to get a nut right now. Chill.
Yeah.
This lady's very masculine. Yeah.
Then the old lady was like, "Oh my God, I would have never guessed." And I was like, I wonder what a gay guy does look like to her, because it's probably the most offensive caricature of a gay guy.
Yeah.
Like, but
I think it's just like if you're like even remotely mass presenting, or if you have like I don't know, interest like sports and shit. Like I said, my co-host Austin, I think like poor guy, he's gay in like Oregon his whole life. You know what I mean? And like he was just in the closet, and when he came out, he like started dressing like a metrosexual from like 2010. He was wearing Chelsea boots, and I just kept trying to explain to him like, no, you don't have to wear like tight pants. Like this is terrible. Stop doing all of this. You have V-necks in your closet still. Like this is you have to burn most of your closet. But like he just kind of didn't know. And you're not like that. You're tapped in. But I'm just saying like he's very he's very masculine presenting.
I think it's a flyover country gay guy thing for sure. Like if you're raised in the Midwest or other rural parts of the United States, like I think it's a defense mechanism, and it's also just like who you're raised around and how you're socialized.
Okay.
You either come out as being
Chat,
a little
we'll
bit
finish this
mass-presenting, or you
tomorrow.
come out as like the biggest queen.
It's so good. We'll definitely finish it tomorrow. Azan just, he's playing the thing. Oh no, I fucked it. Oh god, hold on. It's very good. We'll watch that tomorrow. Listen to it tomorrow.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker in this Dawson. Our broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're so deeply in the pocket of sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope our boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today's a beautiful
Well, I'm ready
day.
to drink for the
Today is
intro.
a wonderful
It's incredible.
day. Today is June 24th, 2024. It's Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, we're back. I'm back. I took a day off. I took a hiatus, because as you guys know, it's just half days galore out here. Half day Andy takes a full day off. What the hell is going on? Is this guy out of control? Anyway, we're live. We're alive. And there is a lot to talk about today.
Is there?
Monday,
Holy
June
moly, news.
24th, 2024, 11:31 a.m. I'm a little late, tad bit tardy. It's all good. I'll make up for it with the content that I'm about to deliver to you okay? Because there's a lot going on in the world.
Oh no.
But before we get to the actual news, this is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news. Have you been doing more drugs, buddy? What?
Oh, chat never changed.
No, that's so funny that, you know, I was just about to say, normally when I take a day off, because this is the Parasocialist Hour, this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news, about what's going on in the world of Hassan Hassan Abi Piker. And usually when I take a day off, there's a lot to talk about as far as personal news goes, right? There's a lot to talk about as far as personal news goes. And the other part of it is there's a lot of people who basically come in and they're like, I didn't get my parasocial experience that I needed yesterday. Where were you? You basically fucking betrayed me, piece of shit. Right? So there's a lot of weirdos in the beginning of the broadcast. We just clear them out, usually, normally, whatever. How's Kaya feeling? She's pooped, as you can tell. She is a sleepy little baby. Anyway, but as far as personal news goes, as you guys know, I ended the broadcast after a decisive, overwhelming, powerful, phenomenal dub in Elden Ring for the first mini boss, which I perceived as a training session, a mere training session. Right? I didn't see it as anything but that. And then Sunday came around. What did I do? As always, what do I do every Sunday? I played basketball. I took Kaya to the park. I took Kaya to the park for hours and hours and hours. She ran around. We had a Brittany Broski episode, which for the record, I think is an absolute banger of an episode. I'm very excited about that episode. It came out. Hope you guys watched it already on Monday morning, at least like to a certain point, and I hope you will consume it later.
I will.
Okay.
Be consuming it tomorrow with all of you.
Absolute banger, 10 out of 10 podcast episode. But Brittany is a very busy gal, very popular gal, and for that reason, we had to do it at 2 p.m. in the middle of the day, smack dab in the middle of the day, which meant I could not stream. But fear not, I took advantage of that opportunity and I made the most of that. What did I do after the basketball situation?
Do you have a time for tomorrow?
And I filmed.
When I'm going to be watching that?
I filmed the freaking
Thank
TikTok,
you for the
baby. You guys already know.
a time for when we'll do
I
it.
posted a thirst
probably
trap
around
on Insta.
4 p.m. SAST.
I took my shirt off.
5 p.m.
I
maybe?
went
4 p.m., 5
in
p.m.,
the
6 p.m.
pool.
Around there we'll start it. I never really check.
You know what I'm saying?
It's normally just like, okay, we watch it now, you know?
I did all of the things that normally people do. Normal people do. These are good things. These aren't bad things. These are normal things, right? I was like
usually
a
around 5,
yesterday,
yeah.
You know
that we
what
start.
normie people do on Sundays, I did as well. Here is a photo of the beautiful gal right after she came out of the pool. This is what she looked like, an actual bear. Okay. Because she is an actual bear, literally, in the flesh. Bro, that's the most Zins I've ever seen a person own. There's more coming too, but there's like, they're on fucking back order, god damn it. They haven't sent me all my Zins. Yeah, there you go. Here's a little fucking teaseroni. Look at that. Looking lean, looking mean. I'm of course talking about this little baby right here. My little baby. We had a daddy-daughter day, okay? That's what we did. We had a daddy-daughter day together, hung out, and you know, I wanted her to have a formative experience on daddy-daughter day. And what was that formative experience? That's right. Some of you are already posting it in the chat.
She swam.
The formative experience was Kaya's first ever pool sesh. The first ever moment that she's in the water. Now, I don't usually go in the water myself. I don't usually go in the pool that much. I'm not like a frequent pool user. Even though I have one, I usually have people just like coming over.
Oh, it's okay, Sniz. I'm sorry.
That's why, you know, It's great for my family. It's great for my friends. But I'm too busy streaming during the times when you normally go in the pool. So taking the day off, it gave me the opportunity to utilize the mother freaking pool. Okay. This is awesome. Thank you, Bomb Lefts. This is fire. I'm going to use that for my blast off meme. Anyway. Boost this, juice this. Yeah, I mean, juice the Instagram, juice the TikTok. Your Seeking Derangements episode is so good, Lemafea. Oh, yeah, that one came out too. Anyway.
That's what we were just listening to, chat.
Not using the pool when you have a pool should be illegal. I didn't say I'm not using. I said I'm not personally using it, but the pool gets use. Okay. So, do you know how to swim? Yes. Anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, for the parasocialists out there, this is an exclusive. World exclusive for all of you that come in right as I start. It's our little secret. This is Kaya's first time in the pool. Are you graying? Not really. I have some gray hairs, but I mean, as you can see, I mean, you can literally see it on camera. I have some gray hairs, but that just, I don't know why the lighting made it look like I was just graying crazy. Like, I look like a silver fox here.
What's up, folks? I'm putting Kaya in the pool for the first time ever. It's really hot out here in the summer, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it all the way out.
She did not like that.
I'm sure she hates it. No.
You look like you have a filter on. Yeah, TikTok I think has an auto filter on it.
Oh, she's so heavy. Oh my god. There we go.
Okay. Some dogs love swimming, some dogs hate it. Labradors love the pool.
First time in the pool. I'd say that was a relatively successful mission. What do you think, Kaya? Oh god. Kaya? Kaya? You want to go back in? You want to go back in?
What is this? Professional producer?
Where are you?
Dude, I am
there you
I'm
are.
a little bit of an editor, dude. I'm a bit of an editor. Will literally was like, "Who edits your TikToks?" And I was like, "Bro, what do you mean who?" Me, motherfucker. I edit my own TikToks. Well, I have a bunch of editors, but for the clips. How much for the swimming lessons? Okay. I am not a licensed professional, guys. Don't. She's looking at you like, I hope you know I peed. Yeah. TikTok's also, that TikTok's also somewhat of a big deal because, I mean, this is like me shirtless in the wild. You know what I mean? It's like taken me years and years. I'm still not ready for a full before and after photo.
Okay.
But like, this is the most you've seen me probably shirtless in a very long time. You know, that's like, it's a big deal for me. I obviously have a lot of body dysmorphia, and beyond the obvious body dysmorphia that you get from going to the gym, I gained a lot of weight during COVID, as you guys know, and I lost all of it. I lost all of it at this point. I'm like 232 as of today. And
That's sick. Well done, Hassan.
This is a good look. 16% body fat, probably around 16-17% body fat, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I look good. I'm looking defined. I'm looking toned. But yeah, when are you making a photo shoot calendar? Probably not anytime soon. She's a little old for the first time swimming. That's why she's nervous. She was cute in the pool lobby. Yeah, I think I'll just like keep putting her in the pool like that until she gets more comfortable with it. but it's not like she was running away from the water. You know what I mean?
No, she definitely was.
Like she wasn't.
But okay.
She wasn't like genuinely terrified of it. Like, cause
yeah, she wasn't terrified.
My buddies came and we played. You know, we played around in the pool. He brought his dog, and you know, his dog is like a demon. His dog loves the water. His dog just like jumps in the water voluntarily. His dog's like a ninja.
Yeah, she was grasping at the edge of the pool. Exactly.
The birthday stream that we did, where.
No, she wasn't terrified.
Oh my God. Shouts out to the Majority Report. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you for the raid.
No, I don't want that.
But
I don't want to.
Yeah, as I was saying,
I'm fine.
As I was saying, they have life jackets to help build confidence. Okay, that's good to know. But good video on teaching your dog all the pool stuff. Okay. But yeah, after the
main thing is just knowing the dog needs to know where the steps are.
Up,
That's what's important, I think, in my opinion.
And we shot an absolute banger of an episode. We shot an absolute banger of an episode of the pod, Fear M Podcast. Hope you guys tune in, check that out. And then after that, Will and I had a boys' day where we went shopping. You know, get some summer fits off. Because unfortunately. I guess this is a good problem to have, but unfortunately, I have lost a lot of weight, as you guys have noticed. So thank you for noticing. And beyond the weight loss, I just simply don't fit into my previous clothes. So because of that reason, I need like new shit for the most part. The picture you posted of
relatively successful.
The picture you posted of Will is winter stuff. I know. Anyway, go pump this shit up, okay? Go pump that up. That's a thirst talk. That's a Kaya talk.
Kaya.
He's got it all, baby. You know what I'm saying? So
everything the government says, do opposite. Don't eat meat.
What is this? What the fuck?
Varying leg wraps. Okay.
Sorry. That's sitting at 757,000 views in one day, which I didn't know it was gonna pop off. Like I didn't know it was gonna bang like that. I'll be honest.
TikTok's like that, bang.
And Austin was like, "Are you kidding me, dude? It's you shirtless, looking handsome, and also putting Kaya in the pool." So.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I was not familiar with your game.
Geopol does a tier list of every US state. Love that. We'll take a look at that later. You got to keep the thirst talks going while you're the white boy this summer. Yeah. How do you find good looking fits? I generally struggle with finding stuff that suits me. First of all, it's entirely dependent on your body type, and it's also entirely dependent on what you like. I like silhouettes.
Yes, I have seen it.
I do wear expensive designer gear.
I have seen it.
As my haters will quickly point out. But in many instances, the shit that I wear, you will rarely ever see. Like, I don't do logomania. I rarely ever have like, you know, fucking logos in your face. And are you flexing? No, I'm not. I'm telling you the exact opposite. Some people like that shit. I don't.
Yeah.
I care more about the silhouettes in general. And the problem for me is that I'm incredibly large and I'm broad. And because I'm large and broad, a lot of silhouettes don't fit on me in the way that they're supposed to, because when fashion brands are making clothes, they don't think about like a dude my size and how it's going to how that clothing is going to fit on me. Okay? Whereas they what the fuck? MIA the tinfoil hat? No shot. That's awesome. Have you get items tailored? Yeah, but I never do it. So, like clothing brands that make exclusively big and tall, I'm not gonna touch that. Okay, when a brand is making clothes, the reason why like all runway models and a lot of models just like look a certain build, they might have like unique aesthetic features beyond that, but they all have like the same body size, is because they are like a hanger. Clothes just fucking hit them perfectly. Like They literally, the clothes sit on them perfectly. I, on the other hand, do not have that body type. I have probably one of the worst body types. And for that reason, there's never like boxy t-shirts are really, really big, right? I'm in West LA. Can I see your dog? Fuck no, dude. What do you mean? Like, what? Hey, can I come to your house, dude, please?
Oh my God.
Don't be weird, chatters, please. But it's also the minimized fabric used to save money. Anyway, my point is, you have the best body type? No, I have a bad body type for the type of fashion clothes that I want to wear. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I have a bad body. Obviously, I just spent the last 10 minutes glazing myself for, accomplishing something that I've been trying to do for 3 years at this point. I just mean, like, they don't make clothes that look good for broad dudes.
Which is,
or
yeah.
the types of clothes that I like to wear. Anyway, you weren't alone. What is this? Elden Ring players took out Friday just to spend their 8+ hours fighting their first op. 8 hours, bro. I cooked this motherfucker after like the 6th one. I had already figured out the movesets. Like, that's what I was trying to say. A lot of people skipped this one or went back to it later or took like 8-9 hours trying to kill this dude. And it's just like, it's so funny because like, for me, it was not that hard at all. I didn't understand that. But yeah, Black Hell Knight, the second I pull out my flask to heal, is true. He did do that quite a bit. He was the exact same Frostbite Scythe Phantom in base game for you. Biggest cap I've ever heard. 6 after I figured him out. Yeah. What are we talking about? I have only 60 tries. No. Yeah, it took me like, I think an hour and a half maximum to beat him, and it took me like 26 deaths.
Wow. Okay, we came out of the mountain. Interesting.
But remember, that is me incredibly rusty. I think a lot of haters in the chat forget that I 2-tap Margit. Okay, like, do y'all forget? Did you guys forget?
No, Hassan's really good at Souls games.
And I fucking double tapped him. Like in the base game. Do we forget that? Is that what happened? Are we just forgetting shit? Proof? I mean, it was on stream.
True, they are little poops, aren't they? The Koroks things.
Look at me. Whop, 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 whop. Bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna get some food, chat. I'll be back in a second.
Bro, these people couldn't even be the A boss in Sekiro, and they're talking about they're talking to a fucking Elden Lord. Yeah, I mean, look, did you over level? No, I'm actually kind of under leveled from what I've heard from other people. I'm 143, and like my vigor is not 60. I have like 43 or maybe 50 vigor or something. You're too humble, so people don't think you're as good as you actually are. No, I'm very critical of myself, but like ultimately, I wouldn't say I'm like goated or anything. I'm not like a great Elden Ring player at all. It's just one game that I'm like kind of decent at. Like From Software games, I'm kind of decent at. I'm really bad at everything else, and I'm very honest about that. And as far as being kind of decent at it, like something clicks with every boss. Something clicks when you play these sorts of games where you start moving different. You start becoming more fluid because the game, like I said, is the game is not even about a battle against like these enemies that are killing you. It's a battle up here. Charlie did a good video talking about all the negative review bombing of Elden Ring DLC King. Yeah, I heard that people are just like very upset about how hard it is or whatever. And I think that's here. I have a controversial opinion, but I think that's a good thing. You want to know why I think that's a good thing? Because I think that is indicative of the normie fan base that Elden Ring has actually created. From Software finally has a fucking normie fan base. This is like, it was always a very popular game for sure. Like From Software has had a lot of popular, it has been a very popular franchise, and people have like slowly but surely developed into the franchise, myself included. I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late comer into the franchise. But like, I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason why people are like, yeah, it's too hard. Yeah, no shit is too hard, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't have easy mode. Like, it is a game that is specifically designed to be hard. Like, that is the whole point of the game. Yes, it is not a game. It is one of the only single player games you can play where you get the sense of accomplishment that you would playing against real humans in a multiplayer game. Okay? I have never experienced in a single player game the same intensity and the same feeling, a sense of accomplishment that I do playing From Software games. And I'm sure there are other games out there as well. I'm just saying, like, that was the selling point for me. So the whole point is, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Okay, it's a hard game, and it's gonna be a hard game. And I think like a lot of normies forgot. And also, there is a way to play these games, and a lot of normies are not invested in that for some weird reason. Intelligent is right. People make it way harder for themselves by not using the features the game includes. If you can't beat it without ashes or summons, that's a you problem, not the game's. Use the shit they give you if it's making the game not fun. Exactly. Like, nobody is fucking forcing your ass. You're not live streaming this, right, to millions of fucking people. Nobody's forcing your ass to fucking beat the bosses without summons. Take summons. Do summons. Do the mimic. It's there for that purpose. You know? And more importantly, level up. Get the Scaramucci's. I think people forget. I think people got so used to their finished really good build that they forgot how hard the game is at the start. The DLC mimic that. Yeah. Cheese it up, baby. There's no wrong way to play From Software games unless you're a mage, in which case you're a pussy and a coward.
Otto just came back from the vet, and he's like had to have like a anti-pain thing. Okay. Anyway, like, what are we doing? Because anyway, so he's so sweet. He's sitting on my dad's lap, and he's just like sitting there smiling because he's so dopey. I'm just eating, chat.
Oh, you made a glass cannon build? That's crazy. Dissing the sneak mage, clip that for Will. Yeah. Okay, I'm literally joking about the mage build as well. Obviously, that's the whole point. The game is unfair on purpose, but you have to access the same, if not more, unfair stuff. Trying to fight it fair when complaining you're getting stomped is a you problem. Well, the beauty of me with this boss was that I did play it fair in the sense that like everyone kept trying to tell me like, no, go get this, go get that, you know, level up more. And it was like, no, because there is one other way to fucking beat every boss. And that's precisely why every massive speedrunner does shit like this, which is study the moveset and get good. Okay. And that's why I said by the sixth one, I was relatively consistently, I would say around like 60% to 70% accuracy, dodging all of his shit. Obviously, the double air dash and the delayed secondary attack, and sometimes the third attack after the air dash was a bit of a problem. But I also started timing that right too by like the 10th one, and then it was over. That's just how it is. Obviously, that doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for every boss. This boss is not hard. This was not a hard boss. I recognize that this was not a hard boss from the jump. Okay. I want to play with that one where it's like you stance up like this. You just stance up like this. Worse than hard is new. Yeah, it's a mini boss. And I used it, I think, the way that the game intends you to use it, which is the winged stance, milady. Yeah, I want that shit, dude. That shit looks fucking so good. That looks like it melts fools. But yeah, what was I saying? Ultimately, if you figure out the moveset and if you get comfortable with the moveset, then it's over. You could literally fucking do the thing I was doing early on, which is, you know, come in close, look for an opening, hit, and then roll back. Come in close, look for an opening, hit, and roll back. It would take up this much of the fucking health bar, but you could literally technically do that if you wanted to over the course of a 25-minute fight that you could probably end in like 5 minutes for the most part if you were to do it normally, but and punish. And but if you wanted to do it, you could literally take away the health bar, you know, 200 at a time with any boss, right? So that's it. That's how it is. So yeah, no, I love Elden Ring. I'm very excited. I was legitimately scared to play it. I was legitimately scared to get back into the fucking DLC because it's been 2 years since I played the base game, and everyone literally
the
replayed
last time
it,
you played it,
and they jumped in. You beaten Melania before they nerfed her? Wait, they nerfed Melania? I beat all the bosses before they nerfed them. I beat Radon before they nerfed him too. Yeah, because when you first play it on release, you get a lot of you know, you get the you get a lot of the pre-nerf bosses, which was crazy.
Visiting Ukraine war coverage.
Yeah, the last time you played it, you were literally doing war coverage every day. I know. Things have not changed.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I was worried. I was worried that like it wasn't going to be like riding a bike, and it was exactly like riding a bike. I will tell you that much. So if you're like an old school From Software player and you get back into DLC, if you're like me, if you played it one and done, and you were worried, like, no, it's obviously it's the equipment and the lore. I forgot everything about that. And there's like, you know, there's a lot going on that front. And I have to like re-up on that, and I have to look for like Scaramucci's all around the fucking map. I'll tell you guys one funny thing about Elden Ring as well. So on my Steam Deck, I have an application. I think it's called like Chiaki or something. And this application allows the Steam Deck to actually turn on your PS5 and be able to play PS5 games off of the same Wi-Fi. It's phenomenal, right? It allows me to play Elden Ring if I want to, and unlike playing Elden Ring as like a straight up base Steam game, I can play it off the PlayStation 5, which allows me, as long as I have internet connection, stable internet connection, it allows me to be able to
Dedication reminder for you guys, chat.
play it for much longer hours without having to rely on a outlet. There is a little bit of an input delay depending on the internet connection. But ultimately, it's still it's fine. It's, you know, you're not going to beat any bosses that way, but I'm not going to beat any bosses off stream anyway. But the one issue that I do have with this is that there is no fucking middle button. You know how on the PlayStation there's a middle button for the map? There's no way to access the fucking map.
What?
So I literally cannot use the map. There's no touchpad. No, the select button doesn't do that on the fucking... I tried. I like tried rearranging. I tried remapping it. You can't even remap it. No, you literally cannot remap it. You cannot map it to the back. You can do that if you're playing the regular Steam Deck game. You're not listening to me. On the regular Steam Deck game, if you play Elden Ring from your Steam Deck, you can do that. If you're playing Elden Ring off of your PlayStation, no, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I am playing Elden Ring off of the PlayStation. So there is no way. I looked. There is no way. No, I tried the touchscreen too. Oh my God, you're not hearing me. I think the Chiaki for deck lets you remap your touchpads. Yeah, I might have to do it inside of the Chiaki for deck app, which I will. Oh my God, people are literally sending me
Oh my God.
chat. This is yet another instance where I'm very clearly explaining something to you. You most likely have never heard of this application. I'm not playing Elden Ring on the Steam Deck. I'm playing from an app called Chiaki for Deck, which allows you to access your PlayStation.
Bailey, thank you for the 6 months. Holy moly. Thank you.
You have completely
Chat's
stopped
being
listening
normal.
to what I'm explaining. I know how to remap keys, chatters. It's not a regular type of remote play situation. You cannot remote play from your PlayStation. There is no way to remote play from your PlayStation on your Steam Deck. You have to use the application that I'm explaining. It's a third-party application. It's wonderful. It works great. It's a little bit difficult to put together.
That is very stupid.
But once you figure it out, it's great. Okay? It's just so funny that every single time there is like any kind of tech support in this community, everybody falls apart. You cannot remote play on the Steam Deck without this application that I'm explaining. I have turned my Steam Deck into a PlayStation portal. Anyway,
Elden Ring Anthony just crashed my PC twice and it took 3 hours to get browser working. What?
It's because this community is loaded with
because it's PvP,
autism.
that's why.
Yes, but it is not. You need to map the T key to use the touchpad button in Chiaki. The T key. I'm gonna map it in. I probably have to use the Chiaki application to remap the controller, which is something I had not tried. So I think that's what I'm going to do. No, I'm not pissed at all. I took a day off, so it's gonna take a lot for me to get angry today. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good ass mood. I hung out with my bestie. I had a great time. So I'm in a good ass mood. The one time buying PlayStation Portal would be beneficial. Yeah, but it's like fucking worthless otherwise. I rarely ever play PS5 games. And I already have 2 Steam Decks at this point.
Oh, wow. That's insane, for guys.
Yes, Chiaki will let you map it on the Steam Deck trackpad. I did it too. Thank you. This chatter is correct. Every other chatter is incorrect. I assumed I had not tried the Chiaki application personally, but thank you. This is one of the very few chatters that is actually correct. Everyone else that's being like, why don't you remap it? Don't understand what I'm talking about, but it's okay.
Okay.
No, I've been sick, so I haven't gotten to play as much as I wanted. I'm 2 main bosses in. Yeah, Anaphase is the OG fucking From Software lord in the chat as well. Anyway. I pirated Elden Ring on my PC, so I had to buy the game on my PS5 and start a new save. Still haven't seen the DLC. Soon. Look up configuring Steam Deck controller profile on Chiaki for Deck's website. I can't link. I'm a broke boy. I did it and it worked for me.
I think I'd be
hate
keen
to do this to you, but
to do older Pokemon. Like, I feel like it works so well. Like, Pokemon looks way more fun in 2D. Does that make sense to you? Like, but the thing is, you can't play it. Like, on I don't know. I would have to, like, own a Game Boy, you know? Or do something that I don't want to mess around with, you know? Because, you understand? Yeah, but I don't want to mess around with Nintendo shit like that on stream, you know?
Seek out positive chatters to punish them. But I'm putting your name out there so that someone will gift you a subscription, which someone did. Thank you, Jacob Johns. Now you're gifted. No, 0 out of 10, but because I'm salty, I'm gonna see the ad. No, actually, as a matter of fact, I pulled you up specifically because I knew someone in this community would gift you a gifted sub, which you now have. So you will not see the ads at the top of the hour. Top
Jacob
of the hour average
Johns.
stream. Thank you for the 5 community gifted subs, allowing 5 people also the pleasures that Scrotal Emergency.
There's no
will
issues
now
if it
have
helps.
at the top of the hour. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. Boom.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll have a think about it. I mean, is it specifically with Nintendo products
You
that
see how positive chatters?
Daft does it?
Yes, I do. You guys also bully positive chatter, so shut the fuck up. You're just as bad as I am. Thank you for the link, Squirtle Emergency. I will take a look at this later. Okay, so let's get started. Without further ado, like I said, had a phenomenal Monday morning so far. Is beautiful out. It's 74 degrees and sunny. I worked out in the sun. Kaya, I think, has now officially moved on to the second phase of her, what is it called? Like an Estes cycle, I think. Her period cycle. Dogs have 4 cycles throughout their period. It takes like a month. It's like almost like a month-long process. No, I think it's literally called.
Okay. Oh, so now I need to go back.
Yeah, it is. It's not an Estes cycle. It's an estrus cycle with an R.
Just as long as the games are modded, Nintendo doesn't come after emulation because emulation
Why are
technically legal
chatters
as long as
making
you're gonna
fun of
cover
me?
the
You didn't
game.
know any of that.
Okay.
Okay. So.
All right, that's fine as long as it's not modded. Okay, I see.
Estrus cycle in dogs.
Well, then I can play it.
So, here's the heat cycle stages in dogs. For those of you who don't know, we'll just go through that real quickly. So, dogs, they don't get their period monthly, right? But when they do get their period, every dog is different. Dogs come in all
Ellie, which
shapes and
Pokemon game would you
sizes,
recommend
obviously,
Star
as
Wars?
you know.
Bro,
And
you should not ask
she knows
me.
we're talking about her period. Period girly. Period girly. Anyway, so the way this works, is like obviously the no period having ass cycle is the 2 to 3 months. Oh, did I forget to blast off?
I guess I just found the Nintendo
Oh
when
my
I
God,
played
I
that
forgot to blast off. What am
Nintendo.
I
I
doing?
found the
Hold on,
world
let me
so
blast off real quick.
uninteresting.
Thank
You know what I mean?
chatters.
Because there was just so much empty space, and
so
it just felt.
invested.
I don't know. It just felt like I was like, bro, this is. It just felt I was like, I couldn't. You know.
Is ahead of us. Jamal Bowman. Primary tomorrow. Trump x Biden. Israel x Lebanon.
Niger's Claw.
LA synagogue drama. 2x Pimpy.
But I have a scale.
Why is this on the screen? Because this is the Hot Every Broadcast Chatter every day at the same time.
I have a scale.
Feels okay, man. Thank you.
So I can't use the scale? No.
But we're not done yet. Hold up.
Okay.
It's Monday, Tuesday. Debate week's ahead of us. Jamal Bowman primary tomorrow. Trump Biden. Trump
All
x
right.
Biden. Israel x Lebanon. LA synagogue drama. Netanyahu walks back his
Oh, okay, I see.
own ceasefire proposal. Shocking no one. Elden Lord later. Get in now. Okay. All right, let's fucking do this. Let's freaking go, fam. Let's freaking go, Crody. All right, here, we blast it off. Catching this guy's stream for the first time. Hope you have
Skim
a good
across
one,
the snow from the
chatter.
spring
For
high
all
in the
first
heavens
timers,
to
I
the
wish you
mountain
well.
below.
Buckle in, okay?
Pass through the rings of
Strap
light
up.
to see the light of blessing. What do you think?
Baiting gaming frogs? No, I'm not baiting gaming frogs. I literally... How many years have we been doing this, guys? How many years has it been? I've been on this platform since May 2018. Okay.
Yo, Finn Peanut, thank you for the raid. Holy moly.
We've got a lot of ups. And we've
Thank
got
you.
downs. Mostly ups for the most part. Okay. And you know there are certain fucking games that I will play even if there's 8 people watching. Okay. From Software games are one of those types of games. I love those games. Okay. So no, when I get really invested in the lore, in the franchise, when I get really invested in a game, Cyberpunk was another one, I will play it all the way down to the
Okay.
fucking bone. Okay.
If there's no issue
And
with
yes,
emulation,
I will
then
go in
yeah.
early, hopefully. Today.
Northern Indian Rune Raid. Nice to meet you, Finn Peanut. Thank you for the raid. Okay,
Gaming frogs loud as fuck when you're not gaming, but it's crickets when you're actually playing. Yeah, I know. It's pretty funny. It's the age-old meme. Gaming frogs don't actually exist. It's a fiction.
Let's go here first.
It's imagination. They
No,
just
we'll go
made it
here
up.
first.
They're not real.